We got no audio. Can you hear me now? That should be better. You should be able to hear me now. Yeah, I don't know why that suddenly decided to. Yeah, there we go. Oh, hello. Somebody do hello, sir. Hello. Medishir, hello to you, and everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah. So I. Also, music's not playing. My bad. I should fix that. Yeah, get some music playing in the background. There we go. Turn it down a little bit. So yeah, I was supposed to start this a couple hours ago. But what happened was I was at my parents having dinner, and then some bottles of wine got opened, and then it absolutely chucked it down. So I wasn't going to walk back in the pouring rain. And then I waited the rain stopped, and I came back, and then we had some technical difficulties with Steam basically not playing ball, which has been a bit annoying. Hopefully I fixed it now. Yeah, so if I seem a little bit merry because I've had 2 or 3 glasses of wine, hopefully. Let's see if Steve's gonna play ball now. So yeah, so I went to my parents for dinner, and then some wine got opened. Can I just check, Medici, are you Monkey on my Discord by any chance? Just out of interest. And Sub-Zero David, how are you, sir? How are you doing? I'm gonna. I'm taking that as a yes. You are. Good. Right. Let's see. Is this gonna play ball now? Is Steam gonna play ball? Oh. Basically, it gave me an error before, and then I re-downloaded it. It gave me another error. Hopefully, it's gonna play ball now. Just have to wait. I re-download. So I hope it's gonna play ball. You have cider, Dave, do you? I have cider. I have a, I should go and get it. 2 seconds. I'm not gonna drink it now, but I do have some. There you go. 4-pack of Fatty's Gold. I don't know how well that's showing up on the webcam. Let me just. There you go. I shall drink that probably at the weekend. I'm not going to drink it tonight, but at the weekend. Yes. Yeah. No, it's not. I'm doing well. I'm a little bit merry because I've had about 3 or 4 glasses of wine. And I was planning to start this a couple hours ago. But there we go. Oh, Thatcher's Gold is really nice. It's really, really nice. I should have that at the weekend. Right, Steam, are you going to play ball? Okay, 6 minutes till the download finished. So hopefully. So make sure you are Monkey on Discord. Okay, that's good. Do you want me to refer you as Medishir or as Monkey? Which do you prefer? Hopefully the music's working as well. Yes, I can see that's working. You can call me Medic. Okay, I'll call you Medic. If after it record, I'll call you Medic. That's not a problem. And Everald, by the way, is becoming a bit of a regular around here. I should really give Everald his own sound command because he's here that often now. I'm just waiting for Steam to sort itself out. Oh, it's got halfway and it stopped. Why has it done that? That's strange. It's got halfway through and then it stopped. Anybody else having problems with Steam tonight? Or is it just me? I am, in case anybody's wondering, I am going to play the yeah, well, I know, yeah, that's totally fine, David, yeah. I know that Wednesday's the one day that I stream that Rod doesn't. Occasionally I do like a Sunday stream, but not very often. I am streaming this Sunday, doing my Worms Awesome League stream on Sunday. But yeah, usually I start earlier than this, but because of weather and alcohol, I'm 2 hours later. You'll be there. You shut your face a lot when you try to focus. It makes you look comfortable. That must be what I don't do. I always do that. I always touch my face, which I know, by the way, you shouldn't be doing in this climate. Wash your hands and don't touch your face and keep distance and all that. So I know I shouldn't be touching my face. I do apologise. Steam has just decided to stop. Why? Come on, Steam. It's halfway through. I'm going to give it 10 minutes, and if it doesn't play ball, we're going to have to do a different game because... See, I'm doing it now. I'm doing it. I'm touching your face now. Yeah. Steam is just not playing ball. I don't know if anybody else having problems with Steam tonight, but it's just not playing ball. We may have to do something else here. It's literally got halfway through. So the game is 1.9 gig. It's downloaded 534 meg and then it stopped. And I don't know why. I don't know what's going on. Don't touch your face while you're out at home is a different matter. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I actually have, I don't have it on me, but I actually have some, a little bottle of hand sanitizer. So if I'm out and about, I use the hand sanitizer all the time. Oh, there we go. It's going. Right, so it started again, but it's gone back to, it was going back to, what? It's gone back to 100 meg. Steam, oh, so it's not just me having a problem with Steam then. Okay. That makes me slightly better if it's not just me having a problem with Steam. In which case, then, if there's a general problem with Steam, I might have to do something else. It seems to be downloading now though, but it has reset the download. Six minutes it says now. See if it does it this time. If not, we'll do something else. So how was everybody this evening? I hope everybody's had a good day. I think I'm put that in the chat there. None of my mods are on at the moment. Oh, I'll tell you what I should do. I do apologise. I should give, because none of my mods are on, I should give you a shout out. Oh, and music stopped. Why is music stopped? I don't know. What's going on here? This doesn't normally happen. Oh, it's gonna grab a... There you go, the shout out. Yeah, none of my mods are on, so I have to do it myself. You're gonna grab a sandwich and a side of... Oh, what's that sandwich you're gonna have? Yeah. Don't be seconds, none of my mods are on the moment. Just waiting for Steam to play ball. Right, Steam says 5 minutes, and then we shall get on. So let me give you a little backstory. Ham and cheese. Oh, that's my favourite. Yeah, no, I don't have one set up. Medic, you're right. Ham and cheese sauce. That's like my favourite sandwich. Actually, I tell a lie. My favourite sandwich is ham and peas pudding. That's my favourite sandwich. But I love a ham and cheese toasty as well. Very nice. I'm with the cider as well. That sounds very nice indeed. Right, 4 minutes, over 4.5 minutes for the download to finish, then we'll start. So basically, I should give some backstory here. I have completed ham and peas pudding. Ham and peas pudding is my favourite sandwich. I basically completed all 5 Broken Sword games over the years, and I have all 5. I actually have, I couldn't find it, but I do have. You don't have all the ingredients for your. Oh, you're Canadian, so your accent throws me off. Okay, well, I'm from the northeast of England. You should. This is a good friend of mine, Zeppy, who he lives in Holland, but he's part Dutch, part Canadian. He has a very strong Canadian accent. So yeah, doesn't. But yeah, so I've completed all 5 Broken Sword games, and I actually have the first Broken Sword game on disc. Way back in the 90s, I got it on disc, and I couldn't find it. I was trying to find it, and I couldn't find it. Tuna, cheese, pickle, and sweet corn. Right, well, I like cheese, I like sweet corn, but I hate tuna, and I hate pickle. So I'm half with you there. So the version we're going to play tonight, so there's 2 versions of the first Broken Sword. There's the original version, which is what we're going to be playing, and then there's the Director's Cut, which is the version that's on Steam. Although you can get the original version as free DLC, which is really handy. And what I read about the Director's Cut is the Director's Cut basically trims down the game, chucks out loads of different options, and basically, although it does add some. Because in the first game you can't play as Nicole, that comes in the second game. So I add some Nicole levels in, but it completely streamlines down the rest of the game. So because of that, I'm not going to play the Director's Cut. I'm going to play the original. 2 minutes left now. But yeah, so I've completed all 5 Broken Sword games in my time. But I have to say, the first one is the best one. In fact, I'd go as far to say that the very first Broken Sword game is the best click and point game ever. Better than Monkey Island as well. I never that click with that Cursed Monkey Island. Secret World, whatever the first one's called, I've got that as well. On the Broken Sword is better. Now, what might let me down is I might not be able to remember what to do, but we'll see. We'll struggle through. Right, minute 54 now. But needless to say, I've been thinking about doing Broken Sword since I started streaming a couple of years ago, and I just never did it. And then I've decided I've had Broken Sword, the Director's Cut on my Steam for years. I've never played it, but as I say, you can get the DLC, Broken Sword 1, the original Broken Sword, is free on Steam. So if you haven't got it, go and get it. It's DLC. Just in case people don't know, by the way, for Twitter, I'm on Twitter now. There is mini games you can play in the chat. There is the boss battle, which I think is battle. I think. Yep. Yeah, the original Broken Sword is just free DLC. Yep. So the main Broken Sword game that's on Steam is the Director's Cut, which costs about £5. But the original Broken Sword is free DLC on Steam. Yeah. And it's worth getting because the Director's Cut completely streamlines down the game, and although I add some missions for Nicole, which was originally in, it cuts loads of dialogue and streamlines all the missions down, and apparently very good. So that's why I'm going to do the original and not the Director's Cut. Although it might have a bit more fancy graphics. But yeah, I've got all 5 Broken Sword games. I've completed all 5. And I've never streamed any of this. This is going to be interesting. Right, 14 seconds remaining. And then we will get into some some Broken Sword. A couple of seconds left. How much of this I can remember, I don't know. Off the top of my head, what comes into my head is there's something to do with grease paint. To do with a clown. By the way, if you've never played Broken Sword, basically, to describe it in a few words, it's basically a mystery game where you play as an American who's in Paris who witnesses a bombing in a cafe. And that's basically the whole setup. Witness the Broken Sword. Oh, get it. It's really, I can't recommend it enough. The first game is brilliant. The second game is brilliant. 3 and 4 is alright. I think it's the fourth game where it switches from a point and click to a third person game. And then the fifth one is the newest one. Oh, Isabel lets me cook. Welcome in. Hello, you completed the Broken Sword game. So have I. And welcome in. No monies yet. Well, yeah, wish list it. Yeah, do. But yeah, the original one is free DLC. Absolutely, I just said it before. I think it's even better than the Monkey Island games, the point and click. I think it's one of the best ones. Yeah. We will start in a second. I've never played the Discworld, so I can't comment. I've never played the Discworld. I've read some of the books, Discworld books, but I've never played. But Monkey Island, I have played the first one. No, the Broken Sword is much better. Right, the download is finished, so we should be good to go now. I've never played the Discworld game. I've read a book. I've got a couple of Discworld books, but I've never played the games. Right, we should be good to go now. If this is gonna play ball. Now, how do I start the DLC, the original, rather than the director's? There we go. I promise. You gotta play also Beneath the Steel Sky and Sam and Max again. Sam and Max never played. I'm very aware of it, but I've never played it. Right. Okay, should be installed now. So I'm gonna press play. Hopefully this should come up now. Fingers crossed. Steam was playing up a little bit earlier, but hopefully this will work, and then I shall bring it up on the screen for you to see. But yeah, so I said earlier, I actually own the first Broken Sword on disc. I've got the CD disc of the original game, but I couldn't find it. I was going to show you on stream, but I can't find it. But yeah, so I do own the first one, but I have all 5 games. The 5th one's obviously one that came out a few years ago, the most recent one. Why this doesn't look like it's working, does it? Nothing's happening. I do apologise. Nothing's happening. What's going on? What's going on? Why is this not launching? So the problem. No. You couldn't. Medic, you are absolutely correct. I should do that. I just haven't got around to it yet. The price. Yeah, they are pricey now. Yeah. But for emulating, if I could find my disc, I would do it through DOSBox, but I can't find my disc. You can play Discord online these days, can you? I didn't know that. DOSBox is supposed to make it. Yeah, but with the DOS box, you have to have either an ISO or the disc. I don't have either. Wow, we've through the playlist already. That's wow. You didn't know that either. So it's not launching. Why is it not launching? We will get to the game eventually, I promise. Yeah, so I've downloaded it on Steam and then I've launched it and nothing's happened. So we'll do it again. We'll launch it again. So I'll just go online while that game is. Again, I've read some of the books, but I've never played any of the games. Type out loading the game direct from the file. We'll try. Yeah, I'm gonna. What? Okay, it's now saying it's not downloaded. What? Ready to play. Play. I've never had this much problem with the game before. If this is what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go into the. So I'm the sorcerer. Again, I've heard of the game. I've never played it. We're going to get another great tip. Yeah, that was a point and click game, wasn't it? Like a very early 90s point and click. Why is this not working? What? Why is this not working? Right. Okay, we're going to do what to do. So we're going to go into the directory. Yeah, there was a few sound sources, I think, wasn't there? Also, if memory serves, I believe in America it was called something else. I can't remember what. Right. Steam apps. By the way, kudos if anybody knows what game this music's from. Aha! We might have joy now. I've launched it from the directory. Aha! There we go! Aha! Right, we have joy, I think. Just gonna ring up the So this...
The fall, the last months of the year, the end of the millennium.
Can you hear that? Can you hear him talking? I shall...
He holds many memories for me.
I'm gonna mute the music so you can hear him talk.
Music, love, and of death.
Oh yes, that's taking me back. You can hear it, can't you? I'm just going to use display capture because I've got a feeling it's not going to pick it up. I love this music. Hopefully you can see this now. I can't tell you how much I love this game. Yeah. So that music, by the way, if anyone's wondering, that we played before, yeah, well, I think the third or the fourth one, they changed it from a point and click to a third-person game. By the way, is the game a little bit loud? It feels a little bit loud to me. I can turn it down if it's a bit loud. But yeah, the first two are the best ones. Oh! Oh, there was three. Okay, so there was more than one. Here's two ones. Yeah. It's just so... so yeah, the music, it's about 10%. I'll turn it down. Not a problem. So yeah, the music I was playing before, the that, turn it down a little bit. that music was from two things. First of all, it was from a Game Boy game called RoboCop, based on the Robocop film. But it was also used in a UK advert for a company that existed anymore called Anderson. And it's just a lovely piece of music. Well, here we go. Here's the cutscenes. Here we go. Boom. Hopefully you can see this. I'm not going to remember how to do this. I just know for a fact I'm not going to remember. But we shall see. I don't know how much of that you saw, but basically, George Stobart, who's the guy you play as, witnessed an explosion in the cafe in Paris, and then a clown ran out of the cafe. And that's the setup.
The explosion was to change my life forever.
Also, it looks like it stretched the image of the game. Oh, we're in straight away. No menu, nothing. Okay. Yeah. Right, now I've got to remember how to do this. Because it's been quite a while. Right, so that means it'll be worth it. So, Manufacturer asked me to examine something. The cogs mean to do something, don't they? Right, so let's look at the lamppost.
I considered climbing the lamppost, but it wasn't going to shed any light on the affair.
Fair enough.
I considered climbing the lamppost,
that's the thing.
but it wasn't going to shed any light
some
on
wire
the affair.
down there or something. Oh, that means pick something up, doesn't it?
The leading article referred to the visit of a Nobel Prize winner from some unpronounceable Eastern
It was a
European
newspaper we
state.
picked up.
That was the only news story. The rest was rumor, gossip, and sensationalism. Then I noticed the writing at the foot of the page.
Okay.
It read Salah ad-Din, 13.
Now that has some relevance to something. I remember that. That has some relevance to something later on. Again, never played that mystery series. Can I look at the wire? No, I can't look at the wire. I'm sure it's supposed to. What does that do? This is intense. It's very atmospheric, this game, isn't it?
None of this had ever happened.
I know you've got to do something with the workman's tent back there. I remember that. And you've got to go in the shop as well. Has anybody ever played talking to point and click games? There's a couple of Star Trek games. There was Judgment Right and is it 25th anniversary, and there were games based around the original Star Trek series that were point and click games. They were quite good games. There was also one on the TNG era called Final Unity. That was a point and click game. That was a brilliant game. Which I believe Mr. Phoenix has streamed. I haven't streamed that. I don't think Mr. Phoenix did. Right, I've got to go and talk to this guy, I think. I've got to do something here now. Oh, that's the,
Hold it.
yes.
Right there.
Oh, don't shoot. I'm innocent. I'm an American.
Can't make up your mind.
Yeah, I forget his name now.
I demand to see the American consul.
Drop your weapons and get down on the ground.
Oh, this is the
That's
inspector,
way,
isn't it? Yeah.
Sergeant Mou.
Sergeant
I
Mouet.
apologize, monsieur, but I cannot permit you to leave.
Yeah.
Am I under arrest?
No, I would simply like to ask you
That's
some
another good thing about this game is randomly
Bravo,
things will
the
happen.
cafe.
If you do the right
Now.
things, it'll prompt something to happen.
What a mess. This bombing is an outrage, is it not?
Stop that, monsieur. Stop holding your breath at once.
I forgot about that.
Has it occurred to you that he may be dead? Mou?
Yeah.
Oui, monsieur. But I prefer to look on the bright side. Besides, I recall a case where the
Quite a lot
killer
of humour in
escaped
this
by
game as
feigning
well.
death. However, in this case, the man is quite dead. Clearly, the
Yeah.
killer knew of his
He's a
presence
bit. He's
and-
a bit.
How many
Oh,
times have I warned
the
you
guy
about
in the
premature
uniform.
extrapolation? All we know is that he is dead.
It
Yes.
seemed reasonable to assume.
A great detective assumes nothing. Take Maigret, for instance.
But he was a fictitious character, monsieur. Why? He was no more real than Poirot. or Tintin.
Yeah, I think a little more
That's
than a little
different,
led.
Boo. They were comedy Belgians. Anyway, it is unlikely that even you will learn much from talking to the dead. Examine the girl and take her statement, if you can.
Also, is there a save thing? Just out of
Et
interest.
maintenant, to business.
I just noticed, wondered that. Is there a save thing?
Your name, please?
George Stobart. I'm from California.
And what brings you to Paris, monsieur?
By the way,
Stobart?
kudos to anybody who knows the
Travel.
actor who
I'm
voices
touring
George
Europe.
Stobart.
You chose well.
I know the actor,
The
but
city is most
kudos to
beautiful
anybody who
at
knows
this
it.
time of year, no?
Yeah, I guess so. Apart from the bomb blasts.
Were you in the vicinity of the cafe at the time of the explosion?
Yeah, I was sitting out on the sidewalk. I was lucky I wasn't killed. The inspector passed over my remark with no reaction.
Did you see the deceased enter the cafe?
Oh, I forget. Yes, he did see him walking, didn't he? I think.
Yes, I did.
Was he alone?
Yeah.
And did he say anything to you?
No. He was more interested in the waitress.
Also, I
Did
can
you
remember
see anyone
the name of the
else in the
clown. I'm
cafe?
not going to say it, I don't want any spoilers, but I can remember his name.
Yeah, there was a guy dressed as a clown.
I can
He
remember
was
what his
carrying
name
an
is.
accordion.
An accordion? Bon. The picture is forming in my mind, and it is not a pretty one. Is the girl all right, Moo?
She'll live. She confirms the American statement. A clown with an accordion, no doubt an elaborate and eccentric disguise.
Very well. Eh bien, I have heard enough.
What do you mean?
I am satisfied that you know nothing. You may leave. I hope this little incident does not spoil the rest of your vacation.
What about my personal safety? Can't you at least give me some advice?
Yeah, that's not a lot of
What
that
can I
in
say?
the vote and talk game.
Stay
First
alert and look out for suspicious characters.
And don't cross the road until the little man shows green.
Great advice.
I honestly believe you are in no danger, monsieur.
Yeah,
Should you
that's
remember
not
anything
true.
of importance, please contact me. My card.
Thanks.
That is all. You may go.
There's not much to go on, monsieur.
On the surface, no. But what lurks inside the subconscious? If the door can only be opened.
Are you serious, monsieur? I thought your interest in psychic detection was purely academic.
Academic? You are about to witness. a
Yeah,
scientific
he's very much, the lead
breakthrough.
detective is very much a Poirot parody, yes. Yeah, very much so. Go back outside. Ah! Aha! Nicole! Nicole! That's... Nicole, oh, what's her surname? Dubois? That's her name? Oh, I can save. Right, let's do that. We're going to save... one. There we go, we saved. We've got to talk to Nicole.
Excuse me, mademoiselle?
This is the only game you can't play as her.
Hi, my name's George
In
Stobart.
all the other games you
Oh.
can.
An American by the sound of it.
Yeah, that's right.
Although
On
in the
holiday in
director's
Paris.
cut version,
Some
she
holiday,
can
huh?
play as her.
You were here when the bomb went off?
Sure was. Sat right out front of the
And
cafe.
in the
Did
first,
you notice a middle-aged man, maybe
I want to say in the
60,
first
with
game
an
it's a
hat
different
and
actress.
I couldn't
In the other
believe
games
it.
it's the same
Shouldn't even
actress.
asked how I was
Plays
feeling.
her.
Yeah, he went inside just before the bomb exploded.
Nobody
You
knows the
weren't
name of the clown, actually.
related to him, were you?
The
Oh no, nothing like that. I am Nicole.
The name of the
Collard
clown is
from
Khan.
Lipete.
What's that? Some kind of nightclub?
That's
no,
the name of
it
the
is
guy
a
who pulled the
newspaper.
clown. The
You're a
villain.
reporter?
I'm a freelance photojournalist.
Say, you can interview me about the bombing. You know, an eyewitness account. Minutes after the outrage that shook the whole
And the
of
guy who
Paris.
voices George
You know,
Stobart is
real-life
called
drama, human interest,
Rolf
that kind of
Saxon.
stuff.
I'll just stick to the facts, thank you. Did you see who planted the bomb?
I know it sounds crazy, but he was dressed like a clown.
Oh, God. It's him again.
Now we can ask different questions. So
Have you met the clown before?
It's a long story.
I have plenty of time.
I don't.
yeah, he doesn't want to talk about the clown. Let's talk about her.
You speak very good English for a French girl.
Thanks. You speak very good English for an American.
Who's the guy you were supposed to meet?
We haven't guessed it already. They
Plantar.
become romantic interests.
I
with
didn't
the
know him, but he called me last night.
Plantard.
He said he had a
Yes.
story which would interest
Yeah.
me. He asked me to meet him at the cafe.
I guess I'll never know what he wanted to tell me.
Not unless you have Rosso's gift for psychic interrogation. Why won't you tell me about this clown?
Why do you want to get involved?
Because he almost killed me. Isn't that reason enough?
I guess so. Listen, I'll give you my phone number.
Ooh la la.
You help me with my story, and I'll let you in on what I know. And let's get one
Yeah,
thing
so I
straight
think
right now.
this
This
game,
is strictly
she's
business.
voiced by a different
Okay,
actress to
it's a
all the other
deal.
games, I
I
think.
have to go develop these pictures. À bientôt, monsieur.
Fine, I'll see you soon.
Oh, can't ask you the questions. Fair enough.
I considered straightening the table, but I figured it best not to disturb the evidence.
Okay, let's talk to him. I think we're gonna go talk to the
Excuse me,
woman.
Sergeant.
You heard the inspector. Go on, monsieur.
I really did see the clown. He ran into the alley across the
I
street.
think we're gonna
Did you
somehow
follow
get
him?
him,
That's
get in
your
there and talk
job,
to the
not
woman.
mine.
An
But I can't remember how we do that.
chase through the streets of Paris? That's not our style, monsieur. Inspector Rosso may be unorthodox,
Inspector Rosso,
but
yes.
he's not
He's the
crazy.
detective.
How did you and Rosso arrive at the scene of the explosion so quickly? You arrived within minutes. Was it a tip-off?
Inspector Rosso's sources are a perpetual mystery to me, monsieur.
Interesting.
There are some who say he has made a pact with the devil.
And what do you think?
I think he is the devil.
Fair enough. Okay.
What is Rosso doing with that girl?
He is giving her the once-over, as you Americans say.
Huh?
Once he gets his teeth into a
You've got to
case,
talk to someone,
nothing
but I
will
can't
shake
remember.
him off.
Was he serious about all that psycho-detective stuff?
Of course. Inspector Rosso is a pioneer and a visionary. His revolutionary methods, once perfected, may change the face of law enforcement forever.
I can't see it taking off in L.A. I was one of the last people to see
The
them
one.
alive,
So
Sergeant.
I know that sounds
Does that
wrong,
worry
doesn't
you?
it?
Yes, it does. I feel I kind
in
of...
you know,
I owe it
in
to him to find his
2020,
killer.
the one over
That
sounds
is
wrong.
best left to the authorities, monsieur. Did he speak to you? Tell you anything?
No, he just grinned and nodded.
Don't let it trouble you, monsieur. Go home and try to forget.
I know the identity of the dead guy.
I've got to do something with the workman over there. I know
Is
that.
that so?
I can remember
You
that,
knew him, did
and
you?
I've got to talk to her in the
No,
shop.
but
We'll know everything there is to know about him soon enough.
Okay.
I'm trying to be helpful here.
The best way you can help us is to go home, monsieur.
I think you've got to do something that distracts him and makes him move away. But I can't remember what it was. What it is.
See you later, Sergeant.
I've got to do something to make him move away.
I contemplated crawling under the
Let's go and talk to the workman. Go to something with him. Memory serves. Talk to him.
Hi, can you spare a few minutes?
I don't know
I
why
thought you'd been
stretch
arrested.
the ratio.
No, it was a misunderstanding.
That's what ratio. That's
When he pulled that gun, gah, I thought that was it. Those automatics pack quite a punch, you know?
He made a mistake. He thought I was a terrorist.
You? A terrorist? Ha!
He was only doing his duty, I guess.
Oh, I've forgotten. You've got actions up here as well. I
Did
forgot
you see an
about
old guy with a briefcase?
Wait, silly old coot. Do you know what he said to me? Work fascinates me, he says. I could watch it all day. Can't beat. I could have knocked his block off.
Did you see a clown come by this way?
A clown? Like in a circus?
Mhm.
Yeah, with makeup and a big red nose.
Huh! Those guys are funny, aren't they?
Not in my experience.
I love the circus, especially the horses.
You haven't answered my question. Have you seen a clown?
You think I've got time to watch everyone who passes by? Some of us have to work for a living.
Yes, indeed.
Look, I know you're busy, but surely you'd have noticed a clown.
I told you already. I didn't see a thing.
He was wearing multicolored baggy trousers and makeup.
He'd be a poor sort of clown if he didn't.
Listen, I have to find that clown. He's a killer.
I'm sure you got to do something with him to get me close
Who are
distraction,
you
but I
anyhow?
can't remember
Cop?
No, of course not.
how to do it.
Do
yet.
I look like a cop?
I guess not. How do you know this guy's a killer? Did you see him in action?
Didn't you hear the explosion? The cafe was blown up.
I wondered what that bang was. Any bodies?
Yeah, an old man was killed.
Merde. I didn't think it was that serious. What about the waitress?
Oh, she's fine.
Thank the saints.
Did you recognize the old man?
No. Should I have done? Was he a celebrity?
No, but I guess he is now. His name was Plantar.
Was he the one who died in the cafe?
Yeah.
That's too bad. Now I wish I hadn't called him what I did. If only I could turn back the clock. If only I'd been more tolerant.
Regret and remorse are strange emotions. They really bring out the hammiest actors in people. Would you like to read my newspaper?
I haven't got time to read that. Can't you see I'm busy?
So
You
there's
could
obviously
read it on your lunch break.
10 minutes is all I get. And if my boss had his way, I wouldn't get that. He'd have me on a drip, so I didn't have to stop to eat.
there's some reason
Oh,
why you
take
got
the
the options to
newspaper
do
and
the
quit
actions.
complaining.
Newspaper in there, yeah.
Bah! Look at this. Damn bleeding heart liberals. Cha! Save the dolphins. Catch them and eat them, I say. All that fuss over a bunch of fish. Nah, that's more like it. Look at the size of those. Like champagne bottle corks, no? Ah, what's this? Saladin running in the...
Yes, that name
Prix de
again,
l'Arc de
Saladin.
Triomphe.
It's a racehorse?
A horse?
It has some relevance.
A legend. Bucephalus reborn, mon ami. Like a streak of lightning she is.
It's got some relevance to Saladin, and I can't remember what it is. Well, it's obviously a horse, but I can't remember the relevance.
Do me a favor, won't you? Keep an eye on my hole. I'm off to put
No,
some money on that
no
bag.
jokes there, but keeping an eye on the hole, on his hole.
There was nothing inside the tent except a large toolbox.
Is there a tool in here that's of some use? Not so many.
I found a T-shaped tool.
Ah, yes. Now
I didn't know
that's
what it was, but it looked useful.
yes,
The toolbox didn't contain anything else I needed.
yes. That's used for something. Anything in there? Oh, Nicole Collard. Ah, that's the yes, the psychic. There's again Saladin.
Bonjour, Kula.
Bonjour.
Oh, hi. It's George Stobart, the American at the cafe.
Ah, oui.
You said to call if I could help.
Have you any news?
This is the only broken
Well,
sword game
I
where you
haven't
can't
had a
play
lot
as
of luck.
Nicole.
You
All the
found
others you
nothing?
can play as her. But the
no.
director's cut,
Look,
which is a
I'm
new
very
version they
busy
did
right
of this
now.
game, that
Call
added
me
in
if you have
submissions
any
were her.
news, okay?
Oh, Yeah, I guess.
Adieu, monsieur.
Yeah, see ya.
Can I click on that? No. Okay, fair enough. Anything with that?
The door was securely locked.
You're thinking there's something else I'm supposed to do. Can I go that way? I'm going to do something to move him. I can't go to any of these places yet, I don't think. But the bus is the police.
Excuse me.
Not so fast. I'd like your personal details, please.
Huh? What for?
In the event of an accident.
I've got to do something
it
to
would
get
help us to
that
know where to send the body.
police
Look,
officer
if
to
it's
move away
really
from the shop.
necessary, I
And I
came
can't
here
remember
to
what
talk
it
to
is.
Rosso.
Why did you not say?
Have you had any reports concerning a suspicious clown?
Why, yes. There was a fracas only this morning. 3 arrests for public disorder.
And you say there was a clown involved?
A clown and a particularly offensive piece of sculpture.
Fancy piece of
with
sculpture.
balloons. Are you in any way involved with the reprobate, monsieur?
No, not me. May I see Inspector Rosso?
He's not here.
But
Do you wish to leave a message
Fill
for
the
him?
cafe.
I have a choice of blue or black pen. I'd recommend the blue for a less formal communication.
I'd prefer to talk to him in person.
As you wish, monsieur.
Do you know anything about Rosso's psychic techniques?
I cannot comment on my superior's methods. All I will say is that Inspector Rosso has an impressive record.
He's a good detective?
One of the best. He's a man of honor with a fine sense of duty.
You wouldn't say he was a screwball?
Not to his face, monsieur.
Is Sergeant Moo available?
What? You want to speak to him?
Yes, please.
I cannot recall the last time someone had to speak to Moo. No one ever speaks to him. Not even his kid. Ah bien. He is not here, monsieur. He is with Inspector Rosso, like Laurel and Keaton. No, monsieur?
Hardy. Oliver Norville Hardy. Take a look at this.
Inspector Rosso's personal card. Where did you get this?
He gave it to me.
Why?
I think he was impressed with my powers of observation.
Sure,
He
I'm
asked me
supposed to
contact
do
him
here, but
if
I
had
can't
any
remember.
information.
I
What?
see. You are a grass.
Thanks for your help, officer.
Okay, I obviously can't do anything here yet.
Bonjour, Kula.
It's me again, George Stobart.
Hi, Georges. Any news?
No. How about you?
No, nothing new.
I've missed something. There's something I'm supposed to do that I've missed. Let's go back to Cafe de Chandalete. We should save as well. Oh, hang on. Can I use that tool on the door? No. Okay. Was there a drain cover back here? Maybe. I'm sure I'm supposed to do something with that cable. Sort of. Can I go that way? Ah, yes. So this is where the clown escaped, is it not?
I tried to lift the cover with my fingers, but couldn't gain any leverage.
Yeah, I think I'm supposed to use that. Aha! Ha ha!
I lifted the cover to reveal what smelt like the entrance to a sewer.
Yeah, something over there, we'll pick that up.
As I picked up the plastic ball, I realized it was intended to be worn.
That's, yeah, there's
It
not
was the clown's
clown's
red
nose, yeah. Because he's escaped through the sewers, I believe. If my memory serves. Can I go anywhere else here? Oh, something else on the floor there.
I scooped up the sodden tissue. It was cold and greasy, like breakfast
It's
leftovers.
basically the clown's discarded his disguise, hasn't he? As he's fled.
I took hold of the scrap of material and unsnagged it from the spike. It was the scrap of material I'd found in the sewer. It was the soggy tissue I'd found in the sewers. The nose was hollow. Printed on the inside were the words, La Risée du Monde Terre.
Ah, that was Paul, I think, was it not? Aha.
Hi there. Hold it right there. You sewer rat. I knew you'd come back. And now I've got you.
What are you talking about?
You're trespassing. Come out of there immediately.
That's what I'm trying to do. Give me your hand.
Ha! You won't catch me with tricks like that.
Yeah, isn't he staying at this hotel?
Keep your distance.
The clown.
Okay, okay.
Now, what were you looking for?
I was looking for a clown.
Huh? Ridiculous. Do you really expect me to believe that?
He planted a bomb in the cafe and blew it up.
What? The cafe? Blown up? Mon Dieu! That is awful. And you say the person responsible was dressed as a clown?
That's right. He blew up the cafe, escaped into the sewer, changed his clothes, and came up here.
Ah, mon Dieu! And then, the man I chased, do you think that man and the clown are one and the same?
Well,
Yes,
it had
he is
crossed
one and
my
the same.
mind.
Ah, that still does not explain what you were doing down the sewer. For all I know,
By the way, you can totally
are
tell that most of the
indeed
French characters
within.
are actually
Oh no, I'm
English
just
or
a
American
tourist.
people putting on a French accent,
Most tourists
as
are
opposed to
called
actually
the
French
Eiffel
people.
Tower, the Louvre, or the Pigalle. I didn't realize my waste pipes were such an attraction.
Oh, got some more options.
Tell me about the man you apprehended.
What is there to tell? He was a typical criminal type, just like you.
Do you know the waitress at the cafe?
Oh, she isn't hurt, is she?
No, she's fine.
Oh,
If you hear the
thank
music
God.
playing, that means
A
you're
poor girl
onto
like
something.
her
The
isn't
music
safe
plays.
with the likes of you roaming the streets.
Can't you understand? I'm not a gangster. I'm an American tourist.
Ah, that's what you say.
Does the name Plantar mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't. Who is he?
The man who was killed in the cafe. I'm gonna find the guy responsible. I'll find him.
Oh.
Even if it means following him down every sewer in every city in
He's
Europe.
not going to take that.
Ah, you need some sensible boots. You won't get far in those stupid sneakers.
Was the guy you saw carrying a briefcase?
Why, I didn't notice. Now are you going to leave? Or do I have to call the police?
Take a look at this false nose.
I've never seen it before in my life.
Do you recognize this material?
I am not telling you anything.
What does this tissue mean to you?
Nothing, monsieur. It's disgusting. What on earth possessed you to show it to me? Someone has emptied their nostrils into it.
Oh, nice.
Perhaps you'd like to take a look at my card?
What is this? Inspector Augustin Rousseau? What does that say? Hominoid Division?
A homicide. I think the ink's smudged.
Then you are not a tourist.
Okay, I'm not. I lied to you. And I'm sorry.
Don't apologize, monsieur. You know, I had a feeling there was something different about you. It is your posture, your poise. Oh,
Okay.
yes. There is no mistaking the bearing of a disciplined man. And I should know. I was in the army, you know. When I was your age, I was fighting for my life in the African desert. How can I help you, Inspector?
Let's start over from the beginning and tell it just like it was. Tell me about the man
You're
you
going to give some honest
apprehended.
answers now.
He was a mean one, monsieur. He grabbed me in an armlock, his face suddenly next to mine. His grip was like iron, but he did not know what he was up against. Oh no, he made
I
a
love
big
the
mistake
citrine in the
when he
background.
took on one of the desert hyenas.
Yes, I get the picture. Does the name Plantar mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't.
Okay, we've told you about that. Okay.
Do you know the waitress at the cafe?
So you don't want to hear about my experiences in the
Oh,
desert?
music, that means
I
on to
helped
something.
make this country what it is today.
I'm sure you did, but I'm a little short of time. Do you know the waitress at the cafe?
You can't suspect her, surely.
Just answer the question, please.
Means he knows
Yes,
something.
I know her quite well.
Interesting.
She
Interesting.
came to work at the cafe 7 months ago. I look forward all week to the relief she gives me when she visits.
Ew.
Really? So you'd miss her if she wasn't there?
Oh, mais oui. Who else would I find to cut my toenails?
Okay.
Was the guy you saw carrying a briefcase?
Why, yes, it was. Clutched in his arms like a baby.
That belonged to his victim.
Oh, what do you think was in it? Drugs? Stolen jewels?
No.
I don't know, but the killer thought it was worth a man's life.
Yeah.
Nothing is worth that, monsieur.
Does this piece of material mean anything to you?
Oh, music.
That is the same cloth
That
as
means
the
something.
jacket I found. I'd recognize that pattern anywhere.
This is the material from the jacket you found, right?
Yes, monsieur, without a doubt.
This is the material from the jacket you found, right?
Yes, monsieur, without a doubt.
Oh, we've got a new option down here.
Now, about the jacket you found. Do you have it here?
No, monsieur. One of the sleeves was badly torn, so I sent it for repair. Pity, because otherwise it was
Okay,
a piece
interesting.
of quality tailoring. It had the tailor's name inside on the label.
Where did you send the jacket?
I gave it to an itinerant Romani seamstress.
Just my luck. Was there anything in the jacket pockets?
In the jacket pocket.
You know what I think?
Do tell me.
Okay.
He changed out of the clown suit and cunningly disguised himself as an ordinary person.
Yeah.
Looks like I'm up against a mastermind. What was the name on the label?
It was a foreign name. Todrick, I think.
Did you get the address?
There wasn't one, monsieur. Only a telephone number.
Well, I don't expect you to remember a phone number you've only seen once.
74
Yeah,
98
remember them.
08 59.
You're kidding. That's his phone number?
Yes, that's it. A little secret number that I learned in the desert. I was taught the technique by a Tuareg sheikh.
Okay.
That's incredible.
It comes in handy at the supermarket checkout. Do I get a reward?
Honesty, monsieur, is its own reward.
Then I'm glad I do not rely on honesty to pay the bills.
This is the material from...
Yes, monsieur.
Did I show you this tissue?
Oui, monsieur.
Take a look at this false nose.
Aha! That looks like a clown's nose to me.
Precisely. He must have dropped it in his panic.
Unless he wanted you to find it.
Why would he want to do that?
To put you off the scent.
I will ask about that.
This is what I used to open the manhole cover.
I have one just the same as that, monsieur. I will fetch it if you like.
No, don't bother.
Oh, it is no bother, monsieur.
Nah, forget it.
Just trying to be helpful, monsieur.
I have to be going.
I think
Thanks
that
to your
concludes
help,
this little bit.
the citizens of Paris can sleep a little easier tonight.
Vraiment? I was only doing my duty, monsieur. Good luck, Inspector. I hope you catch that killer soon. I'll let you out. I hope you find your man, Inspector.
So do I.
Oh, does that bring us out on the street? Yes, we was out there. Thought it might. I thought it might. Right, let's save there. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a quick break, then you go to the loo. Let me give you some music while we are. Let me just pause the game. Mute the game rather. Give you some music. And I will be right back as soon as it's blue. Hello, 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 welcome back. I'm back. Let me just bring the game up for you. I've been turning music off. We've got the streamception there. Let me bring the game back up. There we go. See the game. And I have some Bob and biscuits as well. Right. No. Go on, you can't stop. I want to take this menu off. No. Right. Okay, so. Oh, I should have recorded my drink. Never mind. So. Okay, what we should do. Mr. Phoenix, sir. Hello, sir. Good evening. Let me just let me do your thing. Was last thing playing Fall Guys? If you can call it playing, I would call it feeling at Fall Guys. If you saw your stream yesterday, yeah. So we've literally not been. I've been running quite late tonight because of a few things. So I haven't done much of feeling my style. So to recap, we witnessed the bombing at the cafe. Clown ran out. We then spoke to Mue, the detective in there, and this guy. And then we spoke to Nicole outside. Then we spoke to the workman, and then we found the sewer entrance over there. Over here. Which took us to the hotel, where we interviewed the hotel guy, and we used the detective's card to get him to give us information. And now I've got to somehow get him to move so I can go in and talk to the waitress at the restaurant. And I can't remember how to do it. Oh, and I have chocolate bourbons as well. Okay, why have I got any shot? Oh, hang on. Hang on. I didn't unmute the game, did I? I do apologise. There we go. Right, you should be able to hear it now. Yeah. So, Mr. Phoenix, you might be quite interested to know this. This is the original version. So, the version on Steam is called the Director's Cut, which basically streamlines the game down a little bit and gets rid of some dialogue and some things. But it also adds in some Nicole quests, which you don't have in the first game. In the second game. But free DLC, if you get the Director's Cut, is the original game, which is much better. So, this is what I'm playing. So, what did you say?
I examined the jagged glass remaining in the window. It was broken, all right.
I beat this on PlayStation years ago. As far as I know, using guide, but I thought brain cells died. Yes, well, I've completed this and Broken Sword 2, 3, 4, and 5. I completed all the Broken Sword games. As had, what's her name? Who was in the chat earlier? I'm going to have to scroll up because I can't remember what her name was. Somebody was in the chat earlier. Who was it? Isabel Esme Cook, who was in the chat earlier. She completed them all as well. I don't think she's here anymore, but she was earlier. Right. Did you see?
I examined the jagged glass remaining in the window.
We need to get him to
It
move.
was broken, all right.
Also, there's cable there, but I can't pick it up.
I contemplated
unbroken
crawling under the
circle.
umbrella and pretending none of this had ever happened.
Have you ever played, two questions, Mr. Phoenix. Have you ever played any of the Monkey Island games? Have you ever played any of the Discworld games?
I contemplated crawl.
Yeah. Okay, we'll talk to him.
Sergeant Moo?
No.
Please go
no.
away, monsieur.
So all 5 games are called on the Broken Sword title. Discworld, Monkey Island, yes. Discworld, no. Well, in my personal opinion, this game is the best point and click game ever. And what was the name? Eve's, whatever the name was before. Agreed. No, so all 5 games have. So the Broken Sword Shadow of Temp, which is this game. Then the second one is Broken Sword Circle of something. Third game is the Sleeping Dragon. Broken Sword, the 4th one is Broken Sword the Angel of Death, and then the 5th one is the Serpent's Curse, I think it's called. Well actually I think it has 2 names. I think it's called the Smoking Room, it's also called the Circle of something. I think it has 2 names. But they're all under the Broken Sword title. Right. I need to get him to when I can't remember how you do it.
Is that so,
He's
monsieur?
called Mew,
Yes.
isn't he?
There's a man down the street who saw him crawling out of the sewer.
Dressed as a clown?
No.
He's a
he
bit of
changed
a
into
comedy
ordinary
character, this
clothes by
detective.
then.
It reminds me
How
of
did he know it was
has
the
anybody
clown?
seen the
didn't,
90s
but all the
sitcom
clues
called
add
Lower
up.
Low?
Little children can add
And
up.
there was a
But
detective
I
in it
wouldn't
that
let
was
them
a
manage my bank account.
Frenchman pretending to be English, pretending to be Frenchman, and he just got good mooning. Oh, I see what you mean. Yes. So technically, there was only a broken sword in the first game, but all the games are called Broken Sword. Good mooning. I was just pissing by. Was it nothing you just? I've got to give it a move, and I can't remember how to do it.
I found this red nose in the sewer,
What were you doing down there?
fishing for clues. That's where the clown went.
You still insist you saw
How do
a
I get him
clown,
to move?
monsieur?
Gotta do something to get him
course.
to move.
And this novelty nose proves it.
It will take more than a plastic proboscis to convince Inspector Rousseau.
You don't want this as evidence, then?
Certainly not, monsieur.
I believe this material came from
What
the
did I do to
clown's
get the move?
clothing.
If you are right, monsieur, then the clown must be an Englishman.
Well, how do you figure that?
Only the
Who
English
is it
wear
a bit?
a suit
Yeah.
made from material
Yeah.
like that.
Don't you like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
English?
It is not so much
Yeah,
a question
Mue,
of
and then you've got
liking,
the detective,
rather
which is
one of taste. They are
Russell,
now.
Inspector Russell, who's in the cafe. It's got a way to get in the room.
Do you recognize this dirty tissue?
No, monsieur, I do not.
I found it in
Yeah.
the sewer.
Perhaps it would be better if you put it back there.
You
No
saw
way.
that you can tell
This
that's
could
an
be an
Englishman or an,
important clue.
or an American doing a
If you
French
say
accent.
so,
It's not a
monsieur.
Frenchman.
What do you suppose this tool is used
Sergeant
for,
Moo.
Sergeant Moo?
It looks like something an obstetrician would use, monsieur.
It was with tools like this that the clown made his escape.
I don't understand.
He opened up the hole and disappeared into the bowels of the earth.
If you say so, monsieur.
Okay, there's something else I've got to do then to get him to move, and I can't
See you later,
remember what it
Sergeant.
is. I'm sure I've got to pick up that
I
cable,
considered climbing the ladder.
but I don't.
I contemplated.
No, it's the cable. I'm pretty sure I've got to pick up the cable somehow.
I considered climbing.
Oh yes, yeah, I've already done that. I've already spoke to the workman, and he's left. I got him to leave the to leave his tent, and then you can look at the tent and you get the tool you need to open the sewer entrance, which is you find where the clown deposited all these disguise, and you end up at the hotel where you get the hotel guy to give you information by using the detective's card. I've done all that. That's all done. What I've got to do now is get Mue to move so I can go in the cafe and interview the waitress, but I can't remember. Oh, what does that do? That's... I can't remember how to get him to move. I've got to do something to get him to move and I can't remember what it is. Oh, I'll tell you what I could do. I could ring Nicole with the information. I think I might have missed something. Yeah. Can I ring Nicole? Maybe.
There was nothing inside the...
Oh, we've got that number now as well.
Bonjour, couleur.
Bonjour.
It's me again, George Stobart.
Hi, George. Any news?
You bet. I met a witness who spoke to
Everyone
the
who's
clown,
played on the
and
books
I know
will
where the
know
killer
what
gets his suits.
happened between George and Nicole.
Hey, I'm impressed.
You are? Well, it wasn't easy.
Look, why don't you come here to my apartment?
Fine.
That's
Where
supposed
do you
to ring her.
361 Rue Jarry.
Okay, I'll come right over.
Can I ring the other number that's on there now? Which
Hello? Who is this?
Hi, my name's George Stobart. You don't know me.
Correct, Mr. Stobart. I don't. What can I do for you?
Well, I'm trying to trace one of your customers. Could I maybe
So,
come
Miss
over
Phoenix,
and
did
talk
you
to
say you played this
Oh,
game but you
that's
haven't
not
completed
possible.
it?
Oh, okay.
And it's the only one of
forget
the
it.
5 games
Listen,
you played, or did you say
All
the
I
second one?
want is a name.
What are you talking about?
Going for
Who are you working for?
I don't want to
Guess
know.
you might
David,
say
Ferrari.
I'm
Did
acting
you
in
have
the
your ham
interests
and
of truth
cheese
and
sandwich, by
justice.
the way?
Ah, thank God. I thought you were the police.
There are innocent lives at stake.
Have you had
Mr.
your
Todrick.
sandwich?
Lives that you could save.
You're collecting for charity, yes?
No, I'm not. All I want from you is
Are you eating
information.
him now? Okay.
Go on. I'm listening.
Oh, good question. We have options.
Do you know a guy called Plantar?
No, I never heard of him.
Plantard was the guy who got killed in the bombing, by the way. In case
Shall I
anybody missed
tell
the
you
beginning.
what happened to Plantar? How he was killed in cold blood?
I told you, I never heard of Plantar.
I expect Plantar's a family man, don't you? In their little apartment, Madame Plantar is cooking the supper, listening for the familiar sound of her husband's key in the door. Junior is waiting for his daddy to come home from work. He can't wait to show him the merit marks he earned in school today.
Yeah, so George has been voiced by the same guy,
Mr.
Ralph
Plantar
Saxon, in all
won't
5
be
games.
coming home.
Whereas
You
Nicole,
forgot the puppy.
I believe the first
His
game she was
faithful
voiced by
puppy
something different
dog,
than the rest of the
waiting
games
for
for
the
the
sound of
person.
his master's
I
voice.
think.
Well, maybe they don't have a
Hazel,
dog.
somebody.
What do you think?
I don't know Plantar. I never heard of Plantar. None of this has anything to do with me.
What do you know about the clown who bombed the Café de la Chandelle Verte?
I don't have no idea what you're talking about.
You're cool, Todrick. But I think you know more than you're saying.
I don't know who you be, but sure I am you don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know if you're saying that to make me think you don't know what I mean, but... Oh, this is ridiculous. Quit playing games with me, Todrick.
I tell you, I know nothing about no clown.
Did you know
It's
that
him
one
again.
of your customers was a part-time clown?
If a guy feels happy with a funny nose and custard down his pants, what's the problem?
Oh, that's it. I've got no more things to ask him.
Thanks for nothing, Todrick.
Okay, let's go and visit Nicole then. Rouge area, that's where Nicole lives, isn't it? Oh, we've got to talk to her, haven't we? So, slowly coming back to me.
Oh, hi.
Bonjour, monsieur.
Bonjour,
Would you
monsieur.
like me to foretell your future?
No thanks.
I'm very good, and it only takes a minute.
Thanks all the same, but I'm not superstitious. Besides, if it only takes a minute, that's not much of a future to look forward to. Are the flowers for sale?
Oui, monsieur.
Okay. I'll take a bunch of those white ones.
I wouldn't do that if I was you.
No?
They are lilies, monsieur.
Oh, the lilies is
Some
sort of with death,
people
aren't they?
associate
I knew that.
them with death.
Yikes. Thanks for telling me. What other flowers do you have?
Dahlias?
What do they signify?
Insecurity.
I don't want to give her the wrong idea about me. Do you know a young woman called Nicole Collard?
Nicole Galard.
Yes, I do. She lives upstairs from me, in the apartment block across the street. The door isn't locked, but you'll need to give it a gentle nudge. It sticks, you see.
Doesn't this game still
because
look
of the
amazing
damp.
considering it's what?
Landlord said he'd fixed it before winter.
I want to say...
He's been saying that for
20 odd
3
years old, more than that. It's 97. Just go at 97. Something to the end. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, yes. I think it's 97 this came out, is it not? Oh, it's 96. Do apologise, 96. So, 2020... 24... So next year, this game will be 25 years old. Wow. That makes me feel old.
How long has Mademoiselle
25 years
Collard
old
lived
next
here?
year.
A few months. She's in for a shock when the cold weather comes. Drafty windows, insufficient heating. It's a struggle to keep warm. The only reason I stay is because the rent is cheap. You're a young lady. She deserves better.
I thought Mademoiselle Collard was a successful photographer.
But then what
Not
is it?
as
You say with
successful as
Phoenix
she
graphics
makes
don't
out
make a
for all
game.
her fine
Is that what you
clothes.
say?
Oh, I've heard her crying herself to sleep at night.
That's awful.
Now, don't you let on that I've told you. She's proud, that one. Too proud, if you ask me.
What about the tall yellow ones?
Those are iris, the flame of passion.
And the little yellow ones?
Sensuality.
Well, they're no use to me. I want to make an impression, not jump down her throat. I've changed my mind. Will you tell my fortune?
You're going on a long journey.
My, oh my. What a surprise.
That's true. We're gonna go to
Can you tell
Ireland
me
and
anything
then
I don't already know?
10 francs.
I forget where
please,
else you
my
go.
dear.
Don't you go
10
to
francs?
Egypt or
That's a
something?
ripoff.
Please yourself.
How does this fortune-telling routine work?
If I knew that, I wouldn't be selling flowers for a living.
Haven't you ever wondered why you were blessed with the gift?
Well, it's a bit like satellite television, I suppose. Some of us are born with a built-in receiver dish. I just happen to be one of the lucky ones.
Can you really foretell the future?
Only time will tell, monsieur. The strange thing
If I'm
is,
supposed to buy flowers
I
off of it, I
can't
haven't got
seem
the
to
option
see
to do it anymore.
myself in the future. Other people, I have no problem. But when I try to see what might happen to me, nothing.
That must be scary.
Maybe. I figure it's a kind of natural safety mechanism. Either that, or I don't have a future.
Oh dear. That's a bit scary.
What can you tell me about this material?
It's a very expensive piece of cloth, monsieur.
Oh, interesting.
What do you make of this tool?
That was the wrong
Is
one.
it something a dentist would
I didn't mean
use?
to click that.
No, it's for raising manhole covers.
Formidable.
What can you tell me about this material?
It's a very expensive
Oh,
piece of
sugar.
cloth, monsieur.
Yeah. What did you for sarcasm or for scene events? Yeah, I've said that joke before. Yeah.
What can you tell me about this material?
It's a very expensive piece of cloth, monsieur.
That's, that.
What can you tell me about this?
Nothing?
Do you recognize this nose?
No, monsieur.
I thought I could buy flowers off it, but I've seen I've lost the option to do that.
See you later.
That's right, monsieur. You will.
Oh, hi.
Hello, my...
I don't know that I
See you
can
later.
buy flowers off it.
That's
now.
right, monsieur.
That's
You will.
random.
It wasn't the style of the same amount of money would feed a starving family for the rest of their lives. I guess people who
It's
buy that
very
kind of stuff
observant,
don't have
Richard
a problem with their
Stubart.
consciences.
Let's go in. Started the call.
Remembering the flower seller's advice, I pushed the door gently just above the lock.
Bonjour. I'm glad you could make it, monsieur.
Please, call me George.
Fine. I'm Nicole. Take a seat, George.
There's something very aesthetically pleasing about this game, isn't there?
Eh bien? And what have you been up to?
I've been exploring the sewers beneath the cafe.
I thought I could smell something bad.
The clown used the sewer to escape and to change out of his costume. I guess he was in a hurry. He left his jacket behind.
And?
I got his tailor's phone number. What's more, I know where he hired the clown suit, too.
You had better luck than I did.
Luck, she said. Luck! Hard work, I'd call it. What happened?
I took my photographs to the editor, but he wasn't interested. Can you believe it? He told me to drop the story.
But you're not about to do that.
Oh no. I am going to find out what's behind these killings. You know what I think?
There wasn't any option to look at
It's
the
a
flowers I tried.
conspiracy. The police in 3 different countries have kept very quiet about the murders. The press don't connect them at all. They blame them on political, religious, or militant minority extremists.
Well, that covers just about everyone. How did Plantar get your name?
Well, the newspaper
Excuse me.
Valente had written an article linking 2 unsolved murders, one in Italy and the other in Japan. The cases were remarkably similar. A wealthy victim, no apparent motive, and a costume killer. Plantar said he could supply me with more information. Somehow, the clown must have known about our appointment.
And so he killed Plantard with a bomb.
Tell me more about the clown's
That's
previous
right.
victims.
How you doing?
First was Arno Bellotta, the millionaire pharmaceutical baron. He made his money from amphetamines in the post-war slimming and diet
Interesting.
boom. Imagine it! Millions of housewives literally speeding their butts off.
Was he killed for his money?
No. He had no living relatives, and his fortune went to the orphanage where he grown up. The only witness in the case was his Filipino au pair. She swears he was led to his death by a snowman.
Interesting.
What about the clown's second victim?
Yamada, the controversial Japanese green politician. He inherited his fortune from his father's electrochemical
There's some
consulting.
connection here, but I can't
He
remember
was
what it is.
committed to dismantling Japan's automobile industry.
I can't see him gaining much support with a loony policy like that.
Yamada was a man of vision. He was years ahead of his time.
If you say so. How did he die?
At the hands, or should I say, flippers, of a giant
A
emperor
snowman, a
king-
penguin, and a clown. Gotta be a connection.
A snowman, a penguin, and now a clown. You know, I hate to admit it, but this is scary. And I'll tell you what, I won't be accepting any invitations to costume parties.
I don't blame you for being scared. I am too. But this story could be my only chance of a big break.
Or a premature death. I found a piece of material near the cafe. When I showed it to the concierge,
animation
he
is
recognized it right away.
It's very distinctive, all right. Just wait until you see this. I developed the film I shot at the cafe. Here, George, it's an enlargement I made. Look what that guy's wearing.
Checkered pants. The same material as I found in the sewer.
That's right. This guy shouldn't be difficult to
Oh,
find.
interesting.
Oh, no?
Snap, you should
Take
say.
a close look at his left cheek.
A scar. In the shape of a horseshoe.
Oh,
Oh, that's a clue.
wound.
That's a clue. That comes up later.
How come you enlarged this photograph of me?
Because I noticed the guy behind you, of course.
Of course.
Do you want this photograph back?
No, you keep it. I can always make another print.
Do you want this photograph
You
back?
already
No,
asked that.
you-
You already asked that.
I found this tissue down the sewer.
Oh, that's disgusting, George.
I think the stuff on it is grease paint, like actors use.
Yeah.
Or
There's a big. The
clown.
grease paint is a
It's
big
too
clue.
disgusting. Get rid of it.
Because you do something with the grease paint. And I can't
I
remember
found
what.
this false nose in the sewer. It has La Risée du Monde printed inside it.
The laughing stock of the world. It's a costume shop near the Gare Saint-Lazare.
I'll check it out. Maybe the owner remembers who hired the clown costume.
Why don't you put it on, George?
No way am I wearing this. I'd look really stupid. Besides, you might have had a cold. Tell me more about yourself.
Oh, there is not much to tell.
Well, how did you get...
I guess I owe that to my father. He bought my first camera. I was 8 and my parents had just split up.
Did you live with your father?
Yes, my mother went off with her new boyfriend. I don't mind. Papa was all I needed. 4 years later, he died in a plane crash.
Ah, I'm sorry.
Well, it's all right. I don't mind talking about him. He was more like an older brother, really, always joking and laughing. Papa always wanted I should study art. That's why I went to college.
Did you learn about photography at college?
Oh, God, no. I couldn't afford the material.
Not
We
this
were
is
billed for
relevant to
everything we
the
used,
investigation,
paint,
but
canvas, paper. Most of my year turned to minimalism. It was cheaper. I used to go poaching in the park for squirrel hair. The only time I wasn't hungry was the term I did printing. I used to eat the potatoes.
You're making fun of me, aren't you?
Oh, no.
Do you have a boyfriend?
That's none of your business.
very direct. That was very direct, wasn't it?
Did I show you this?
Yes, Joe.
I showed you the red nose.
Yes. Why don't you pay?
I just might... Do you want this photo?
No.
This is the tool I used to...
Fascinating, George.
You're not interested, are you?
Oh, of course I am. I think it was very brave of you to go down those sewers.
Yeah? Well, it was kind of scary, but... Well, I had a job to do. May I use your telephone?
Sure, go ahead.
Thanks.
All you can do is see him again,
Hello? Who is this?
Mr. Todrick?
Oh, it's you again. What now?
Did you make a suit for a man with a scar on his face? A scar in the shape of a crescent moon?
but...
Maybe. Maybe not.
Tell me where I can find him and I'll leave you alone.
And if I don't,
I won't leave you alone.
I can't tell you anything unless you give me his name.
Do you know where I can find the guy with the scar?
I told you. Without a name, I can't help you.
Thanks for nothing, Todrick. Do you want this photograph?
No.
May I use your
Sure, go.
Thanks.
Okay, what do I do now then? Click on that. Okay. Starian, sir. Hello, hello, sir. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me just I don't know if Mr. Phoenix is still there. He's one of my mods. Just in case he's not still there, I will give you a shout out myself. Last week, Destiny 2. Right, so to recap, we've witnessed the bombing at the cafe and the clown running out. We've managed to get the workman to leave and got one of his tools to open the sewer and discovered the clown escaped through the sewer, got rid of his costume and came out of the hotel. I know she'll be doing a lot of D2. And then we used the detective's cards to get the hotel guy to answer all the questions. Then we phoned the guy at the costume shop, where we tracked it to, but he won't tell us anything. And then we've gone and spoke to Nicole at her house here, tell her what we found. And now I'm kind of at an impasse.
I'm going back out to search for that
So,
clown.
I guess I'm going
Where?
to do
I guess I could
something
visit the
else.
costume shop.
Good idea.
So, Come on, Sign. Have you ever played this game? Can I talk to her again?
Oh, hi.
Hello, my handsome friend.
No, never. Well, in my personal opinion, this is the best of the point and click games. This is the best one, and I've completed this game and Broken Sword 2, 3, 4, and 5. It's like 5 Broken Sword games. I completed all of them. Right, I can't do anything else with it. Oh, actually,
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
What a hunk.
He's a killer.
I can see that. His eyes say it all.
Yeah. So you never played any point and click? I've never played the Monkey Island games. I mean, I've only played the
later.
first
That's right,
Monkey
monsieur.
Island game.
You will.
Yeah. Okay, let's. There's no option to pick any of them. Right. Okay, we're going to go back to the cafe then. Or we're going to go so we can go to the shop at the costume shop. Yes, let's go there. It's sort of atmospheric, this game. It's just on the King's Quest game on the stream. Now, that rings a bell, King's Quest. That's a point and click thing, isn't it? Never played it. Yeah, somebody's already mentioned the Discworld games and Simon the Sorcerer. They're all games that I'm aware of, but I've never played them. I haven't played Monkey Island. I played the first Monkey Island. I haven't played any of the others, but right, let's talk to this guy.
Excuse me.
Bonjour, monsieur.
Bonjour, monsieur.
Please, come in. Welcome. Leave the mundane world behind.
It's just, I
For
think,
in these
particularly with the first
walls,
Broken Sword
fantasy
game,
is king.
it's just
I
the way
don't
it's
want a
animated,
costume.
the way it's
Didn't you ever dress up
sort
when
of
you were a
acted and
child?
voice
Not
acted,
that I remember.
and the music, and
Incredible.
it's just
You
so
mean telling me
such
next
a
that
beautiful
you never
game.
shared your elder sister's lingerie?
I don't have a sister.
What?
And I think I'd look pretty silly in a
What?
brassiere. I just need some information.
Of course.
Yes,
How
it
can I
was,
help
wasn't it? Arnold J. Rimmer. Arnold Judas Rimmer. Yeah. He's Arnold Rimmer. Fantastic swimmer. He will never need a Zimmer. Yeah. Right, let's ask him about the photograph.
Do you recognize this man?
Oh.
Oui, monsieur. I saw this.
You know if you're getting onto something in this game because music plays in the background. If you've done something right.
Are you sure this is the man who bought grease paint?
Would be much grimmer.
Are you sure this is the man who bought grease paint?
Oui, monsieur.
I've just watched. They've just So I don't know if you've heard of it, Holland, but there was a new Red Dwarf. It was called The Promised Land. It was like a 2-part sort of feature-length episode in like 2 parts. Called The Promised Land. Just aired over here a month ago. 2 months ago. They've had it over there. And then they've just aired, just on at the minute. There's a 3-part documentary called The First 3 Million Years, and they've aired the first episode, the 3rd episode this week. It's like a documentary. It's really good. But yes, yeah, so Promised Land is the newest episodes that they've aired a couple months ago, and then the first 3 million years is a documentary, which I've been watching. I do have every series. I don't know if you can see it on the webcam, but hang on. Let me just bring up my Discord a second. Let me just not Discord, OBS. Right, if I do that, if I tilt the camera up, can you see up there, the very top shelf? That is every single Red Dwarf series, from series 1 to series 12. And the it'll help with pointing the mouse up here. every single Red Dwarf series from season 1 to season 12, and the specials they did. The what's it called? What's it called? I forget what it's called now. The specials. What's it called? I'm just going to have a quick look at the thing. Back to Earth. That's what it was called. Back to Earth. Yeah. Yeah. So the original series ran for, I don't know how we got to this, but the original series aired for 8 series. And then it went off air for nearly a decade, and then it came back with Back to Earth. It moved from BBC to a channel called Dave and came back to Earth. It's got specials, and then it's come back for, which is technically series 9. And then it came back for series 10, 11 and 12 was the last series. I think 12 was a couple of years ago. And then they've done the couple of specials. The Promised Land specials. So I've got every single series. And the only thing I haven't got on DVD is the new Promised Land. Which I need to get. Anyway, enough of the Red Dwarf talk. Let's get back to the right. So...
Are you sure this is the man who bought grease paint?
Oui, monsieur.
Are you sure this is the man who bought...
Right.
Oui,
Well,
monsieur.
I'm looking for a man who hired a clown costume from you.
Oui, monsieur. I do not see how I can help.
Don't you keep a record of costumes that you've rented out?
Of course, monsieur, but...
But yeah,
Well, then
so
I'd like
if
to
you've
check
got
your
one
record.
here, you need to
Give me
get
the names of everyone who's rented a
Back to
clown
Earth, which is series,
Impossible.
technically series 9, and
There
then
are
series
too
10, 11 and
many.
12. And then the Promised Land, and then you're up to date. And they are making more, apparently. They're going to make more, but whether it's going to be... they were talking about doing a movie, I don't know if that's still going to happen.
Have you heard of a man named Plantar?
I do not recall anyone of that name.
The clown I'm looking for is a cold-blooded killer. Give me his name, and I'll see he's brought to justice.
I'd help you if I could, but you can't expect me to remember all
Yeah,
my
Back to Earth. I
customers.
think Back to
You see,
Earth
the clown
was about
costume
10 years
is
ago,
our
like
most
2009.
popular line, monsieur. On average,
Because, yeah, it was,
we
because
hire
season
out
8
more
aired
than
in
30
1999,
clown suits a
and then it was
week.
off air for 10
You'll have to
years,
give me more to
and
go
then it
by.
moved to the BBC to a channel called Dave,
Description, perhaps?
and they Back to Earth, and then a few years later, I think 2012, they did series 10, and then they've done 11 and 12, and then they've done the Promised Land.
How come clowns are so popular?
I think it has something to do with their unpredictable nature.
But yeah, so I've got
Personally,
everyone
I
on
think
DVD
clowns should
except
be banned,
the Promised Land,
along
the
with
new one.
mimes.
Oh, come now. Who doesn't love clowns?
Me, for one.
Have I asked everything
Do
now?
you want this red nose back?
Not...
Does this dirty
Screen swap?
Let
What do
me
you mean?
smell that.
Oh, what, have I not put the screen back? I do apologise. I haven't switched the screen back. I do
Einer's
apologise.
Number 7, white pancake.
theatrical grease paint, right?
Oui, monsieur.
I remember the grease
La
paint.
crème de la
It should be back on the
crème
screen now. I do
of
apologise.
accoutrement.
Have
I
you
remember
sold
the
them
grease
this
paint
recently?
was
Yes,
a
two
vital
cans.
clue. Can you see the game now? Yeah, I remember the grease paint was something important.
About this...
I have already...
Right. I can't do anything else, I can. But yeah, I knew the grease paint was
Thanks for your help, buddy.
something
My
important.
pleasure, monsieur.
So basically, we're
Allow
trying
me
to track
shake you
down
by the
the
hand.
person dressed as the clown who
Oh,
bombed
okay.
the cafe at the start of the game and killed a guy called Plantard. Oh, what happened there? Oh, you gave me that a shock.
What are
Really?
you trying to do, kill me?
You did not find it amusing?
No,
I
not
never
really.
saw the funny side of electroshock therapy.
Eh bien,
Also,
it
I've
is
just
yours
noticed
to keep.
the
Give-
skeleton
What,
riding a
white?
unicorn on the right hand
No,
side of the
but I
screen. There.
give you a word of warning, monsieur.
What?
Remember to switch it off before you visit the toilet.
Yeah, that's probably good advice. You don't want to get electric shock when you're doing that, do you? Right, I think I've got to leave now.
I gave the dummy Puro a tentative prod, but it didn't move.
I don't think there's anything else to look at in here, is there?
As I was about to touch the dummy, I realized it had the same color eyes as Nico. The strange thing was, I hadn't realized I'd
he's
noticed
falling
the
for
color of
Nico.
Nico's
Yeah.
eyes.
Can see he's only met her twice, but yeah. Anything else in here? Nope. Okay. Right, we need to go back to Nico and report our findings. Yeah. Go back to Rouge and report. Back to Nico. Can we buy any flowers yet? It's just well made, this game.
I inhaled deeply, expecting to experience the scent of the flowers. What I got was traffic fumes. Oh, hi.
Hello, my handsome friend.
I still can't. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that to you. That would be cruel. That would be cruel.
See you later.
See the electric
That's
shock thing
right,
too.
monsieur. You win.
But that electric shock thing does come in handy for some reason later on. I can't remember exactly why, but it does. Oh, you got to do that to Mue, maybe. Let's go and report to
Hello
Nico.
again.
Hi, George. Have you traced the clown any further?
No.
Did you phone the tailor who
I
made
can't
his
believe
jacket?
this game next year is
Yep.
going to be 25 years old.
Do you want this photograph back?
No,
No.
no, no.
I showed you the red.
Yes. Why don't you...
I already did.
You shouldn't give up so easily, George.
Can't tell her what the...
Did I show you this tissue?
Yes, George.
Do you want this photo?
No.
Okay, so I can't tell about what I found
May I
out.
use your...
Sure, go ahead.
Thanks.
Okay. Get ring Todwick again, see if we get anywhere with him.
Hello? Who is this? It's George Stobart again.
What now?
Forget it.
Oh, okay, forget it. Right, so...
I'm going back out to...
I must
Where?
go back to the
I
cafe
could go
then.
back to the costume shop. Or maybe I should go look for Rosso.
Let me know if you find anything.
I will.
Okay, we'll go back to we'll go back to the cafe then. Cafe, the chandelier dirty. Oh, he's back. Workman's back. Talk to him again.
Hey, you!
What do you want now?
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, I don't.
Okay,
I gotta go.
anything else we
Don't
do
let
right?
me.
Yeah. Back to the cafe. We might need to talk to Mui again. I'm just going to save because I haven't done it for a while. Right, let's talk to him. She also has to pick up that cable, but
Sergeant Moo,
Yes.
do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, monsieur.
It's the guy who bombed the cafe. The clown.
This man looks nothing like a clown.
He's taken off his grease paint and costume.
Then there is nothing to link this man with the
He
killing.
really is like the
Nothing?
policeman in a lower low, isn't he? Good
Look at
morning.
those murderous eyes.
Hardly likely to get him convicted.
Are you sure?
Don't try.
Do you recognize this dirty tissue?
I told you, no, monsieur.
Would you like to shake my hand, Sergeant?
Not while I'm on duty, monsieur. The gesture could be misconstrued.
Okay, what am I supposed to do here? Supposed to do something to get him to move away from the
See you
door.
later, Sergeant.
And I can't remember what I'm supposed to do.
I considered
I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to pick up that cable, but I have missed something. Something I'm supposed to do to get me away, to move away from the cafe door. Cafe door, even, and I can't remember what it is. Was there anything back here that I missed? Some bins.
It smelled like someone had dumped a truckload of fish in a locker room on a hot summer afternoon.
Nice. Oh, a cat! That made me jump.
I'd had it with sticking my nose into French trash cans.
Is there something there?
There was nothing of interest.
Nothing of interest. Well, that's helpful. Can look in there.
I examined the boxes closely. They were damp and smelly and decidedly empty.
Okay, so none of that helps. Okay. I've got to do something to get my way to move when I can't remember what it is.
I considered straightening it.
I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to pick up that cable, but it's nothing in the option door.
I contemplated crawling up to the office.
I'm supposed to get the workman to do something to distract him.
Hey, you!
What do you want?
Would you like to shake...
No, I would. One of the real...
What do you make of this clown's nose?
It would be more amusing if...
I gotta go.
Don't let me keep you.
I've missed something. Back to the hotel.
Hi there, remember me?
Ah, mais oui, Inspector. Have you found him?
Who?
The man in the sewer, of course.
I'm, sifting through the evidence.
Rather you than me, monsieur. That reminds me, someone's been impersonating you. Came sniffing around just after you'd gone. Bold as brass. He
Oh
tried
dear.
to tell me he was a policeman. Inspector Rousseau, he claimed. I didn't tell him I'd been talking to you, not hours before.
Thank goodness. Impersonating a police officer is a serious offense.
Yeah.
A man with so little respect for the law must be desperate.
Yes, my father used to say, desperation opens the door to the devil. He was always coming out with things like that. Stupid man. So, when you are not exploring sewers, what do you do?
I take a lot of showers.
Oh, very good, monsieur. A policeman with a sense of humor.
Take a look at this false nose.
No, that's not really clicking.
You should.
Really click on the picture.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
Yes, I do. It's that villain I told you about.
Did I show you this tissue?
We miss.
Shake my head.
You're joking. Nothing.
Did I show you my...
We miss. Just like mine. Except that it is much.
I could do it, but I'm not going to do that. I'm missing something. I don't know what I'm missing.
I have to be going.
Good luck, Inspector. I hope you catch that killer soon.
Yeah, something I'm missing here. Go back to this. I think I'll just go back to PlayStation.
Hi, it's me again.
If it's not something to it, I'm a bit stumped.
Yes, I spoke to you earlier.
But of course, it is Monsieur Hardy.
Stobart. George Stobart. Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, monsieur, I do not. I have no memory for faces.
I'd like to shake you by the hand.
Do you want to be arrested for assaulting a policeman?
Huh?
I noticed the shake and shock buzzer concealed in your hand.
I found this red nose near the Café de la Chandelle Verte.
A clown's nose?
That's right. The guy who wore this is a savage killer.
If you say so, monsieur.
I found this... It's evidence.
Evidence of what? Mayonnaise smuggling?
The sticky stuff is...
Ah, and that is supposed to make me happy, is it? I suggest you think long and hard about what you are doing with your life, monsieur.
Right,
Thank you for
okay.
your help, officer.
So it's not here. I've got to do something to get Mue to move, and I can't remember what it is.
Hello? Coulard.
It's George.
What's new?
Nothing. I'm not sure what I should be doing.
Why don't you start by tracking down the killer's movements?
Huh?
You've got the photograph I gave you, haven't you?
Yeah, sure.
Well, somebody must have seen him.
Somebody must have seen him.
Excuse me.
Oui, monsieur.
Are you sure this is the man who bought grease paint?
Oui, monsieur. He chose two costumes. Bozo the clown and Seamus the pixie.
A pixie?
Very smart. Green silk with a taffeta lining. He gave me his name as Monsieur Khan.
Khan. Yeah, he's the name of the villain, Khan.
Are you sure this is the same man who hired the clown suit?
Certainement, Monsieur Khan.
So that's what I missed. I'm supposed to continue questioning him.
Are you sure this is...
Certainement.
Right, so now we can ring up
Thanks for your help,
what's
buddy.
his name?
Bye.
Use the name Khan, and he'll have to give us an answer. So now, what's his name? We'll have to answer us because he have the name. Oh.
Salut, George.
I've been to the costume shop.
Yeah, I like it. What are you supposed to be?
I didn't hire a costume. These are my clothes and you know it.
Did you ask about the clown?
Yeah. He used the name Khan. He hired 2 costumes, the clown and a pixie.
Then we're one jump ahead of him.
How do you make that out?
He probably plans to use the pixie suit next time he kills.
Oh, God, don't let it be me. I don't deserve to die at the hands of a pixie.
Yeah.
Don't be silly, George. That won't happen.
Oh, no?
No, because every time you see a pixie, you're going to run like hell.
True.
What are you doing to help trace the killer clown?
Research, George.
Yeah? You have a copy of the clown's yearbook?
I have a telephone and lots of contacts.
Oh, well, did you find anything useful?
Not yet. I'm employing my first and most useful weapon.
What's that?
Patience.
Oh, I've heard of that. Isn't it a substitute for decisive thinking? Have you found out any more about the murders?
Well, it may be nothing, but both the clown's victims visited Paris earlier this year.
Okay.
When?
The second week of July. They were both here at the same
Interesting.
time.
Did they meet?
I don't know, but I can't imagine it was coincidence.
Nope.
May I use your telephone?
Right,
Sure,
now we're going to
go
ring that
ahead.
bloke,
Thanks.
and now that we have the name Khan, he's going to have to answer us.
Hello? Who is this?
I found out the name of the guy I'm looking for.
Is that so?
Yeah, it's Khan. You know who I'm talking about, don't you?
Yes, I delivered the suit to his hotel. The Hotel Ubu.
Hotel Ubu.
I don't remember the room number. It was upstairs. The second room on the right-hand side of the corridor.
Thanks, Todrick. That's all I wanted to know. Now I've got you, Mr. Clown. Now we're getting somewhere. Do you know the Hotel Ubu?
The Ubu? Yes, I do.
That's where the clown stayed.
Good work, George.
Right, now we go
See you
to
later.
Hotel Ubu.
Where are you going?
I could go hang out at the Hotel Ubu.
Watch out for Khan, George.
Don't worry, I will.
Yes, we're getting somewhere now. We can't go there anymore. Interesting. Right, let's go to the Hotel Ubu. Ah, yes. So these 2 guys here are buddies, if I remember correctly. They are henchmen. So we're going to save here before we continue. I think we're supposed to talk to these guys actually.
Just a minute, monsieur.
What's your problem?
No problem, if you cooperate.
What do you want?
Just a routine security check. Nothing to worry yourself about.
Oh, well, all right.
Search him, Flap.
You
Flap and Guido, that's their names. Yeah, they're buddies, Flap and Guido.
Hey, knock it off. Get off, you big ape.
Nothing, Guido. Zilch.
Our
Guido,
apologies,
fucking Guido.
monsieur.
What?
I had to report you to the authorities.
Round here, we are the authorities.
You want I should break his arms?
No. Let him go, Fleck.
Talk to Guido.
Hey, Shorty. I didn't think much of your trick, little man. I don't know what you're looking for, but you picked on the wrong guy. Maybe you'll spread the word around the sewers. George Stobart is on the case. That's Stobart. 2 B's and 2 T's. It sounded impressive to me, but the weasel didn't seem to share my enthusiasm.
No.
Still, I figured he'd think twice before gunning me down in the street in cold blood.
I do not
Hello
like
everybody
your
who's
song.
joining us for this
Oh, yeah?
Broken Sword.
And what are you going to
Shadow of
do
the
about it?
Templars.
If you do not go away, I will gun you down in cold blood, right here in the street, without thinking twice about it.
Have you heard of a guy called Plantar?
No, that name means nothing to me.
I'm looking for a clown.
Are you trying to be funny?
No, I really am looking for a clown.
There are no clowns here except you.
Do you know a man by the name of Khan?
No, I don't.
It's very important I get to see him, and
I told you, I don't know it.
forget it. Excuse me.
Yeah?
Don't you think you have some explaining to do?
Huh?
I'm an American citizen and a bona fide visitor to your country.
What the...
You can't touch me up in the street and expect to get away with it.
Get
That's not a
lost,
good
creep.
way of wording that, is it? Some music.
Excuse me, didn't I see your picture in the news? You're that Nobel Prize winner from some unpronounceable Eastern European state.
Yes, that is me, in person.
I don't want to worry you, but have you had any threats on your life? You know, mysterious phone calls, letters made up of headlines cut from the newspaper.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Do you know a guy called Plantar?
I don't know anybody in Paris.
Oh, well, this guy's dead anyhow.
Why do you ask me about dead men? I have seen enough of death to last me a lifetime.
I'm, sure you have. Have you seen a clown?
I beg your pardon?
The clown. A guy in funny pants. Have you seen him?
My pants are from England. Marks and Spencer.
Marks and
They are a
Spencer's.
pleasure and a comfort to wear, with much support.
I'm real glad to hear that. You know, it's good to know you Nobel Prize winners are human too.
Do you think that was a bit of product
My
placement
country
there?
people make
Marks
do
and
with
Spencer.
strings and egg cartoons.
For pants?
For everything. Oppression is the mother of ingenuity.
Thanks for your help.
Goodbye.
I'll talk to her.
Hi there, ma'am.
Well, hello. What can
Well,
I do
hello.
for you?
I'm looking for a man.
You disappoint me, my dear. For one foolish moment I thought, but never mind. Aren't you going to tell me your name?
George. George Stobart, ma'am.
How sweet! I once had a stable boy called George. I am Lady Piermont.
Eddie Piedmont.
The common reaction is to kneel and stutter, but it's not obligatory.
A real lady? I mean, you're an honest-to-God aristocrat?
Oh, I don't know about that. Few of my ancestors are honest, not even to God. I can trace my family back to the Normans, but don't let that intimidate you, George. Beneath that impressive pedigree, I'm just flesh and blood. The blood may be blue, but the flesh is the plump beef of old England, so to speak. You appear distracted, George. Is there any way I can help you?
That one.
I'm looking for a murderer.
Good heavens! You're a private detective.
That's correct, ma'am.
What's the term you Americans use? It's on the tip of my tongue.
I believe what you're thinking of is Dick.
No jokes
Precisely.
in the chat about that.
Have you come across a man who calls himself Khan?
I am familiar with only one person named Khan.
Genghis Khan, the legendary Mongol barbarian chieftain?
No, darling. Kevin.
Kevin Khan? I never heard of him.
I'd be most surprised if you had, darling. He's a pharmacist in Hemel Hempstead. Organises fundraising for the Rotarians. Lovely man.
Does he have a scar on his cheek?
I really wouldn't know, sweetie.
Did you know there's a gangster out front?
What makes you think he's a gangster?
The Italian suit and the bulge in his pocket?
I know plenty of men with Italian suits and bulges in their pockets. That doesn't necessarily make them gangsters.
That gangster I told you about? He went through my pockets just now.
Good heavens! One never knows what to expect in foreign parts. Thank you for the warning, young man. I shall hide my credit cards in my underwear.
Probably a joke there somewhere, but
Are you here in Paris on vacation?
No, darling, I'm on holiday. I needed to get away after Algy's funeral.
I didn't realize you were mourning the loss of a loved one.
I'm not, he was my husband.
I'm sorry to hear about your husband's death.
You wouldn't be if you knew him, my dear. It gave me the opportunity to take a well-deserved holiday. Daphne suggested a change of scenery. Paris, she said. The wild romance is just what you need to take your mind off the inquest. Well, the closest I came to romance was being wooed by a drunken Breton chef. I must say I was disappointed with his coq au vin. Not at all what I was expecting. I was thinking of cutting my holiday short, packing my bags and heading back to Hemel Hempstead. That was until last night.
What happened to you last night?
I was stricken, Mr. Stobart. Cupid's arrow has cleft my bosom.
They couldn't really miss.
It was just as I'd always imagined it should be. The intimacy of candlelight, romantic music tinkling across the room, and then a stranger's glance. Those brooding eyes, that suave manner, those tight trousers. He was the man I'd been waiting for all my life.
I'm glad he finally turned up
let's
after
talk
all
about
these
him
years.
over there.
Ah, but it wasn't to be. He was merely toying with my affections. And if I ever catch up with him, he's dead.
I know it's not. You're talking about Khan, I think.
Who was the guy who led you on?
His name is Merlin.
Do you recognize the man in this
Bet it's
photograph?
him.
My God, it's him! That's Merlin.
She represented everything I loved about
That
him.
music means you
The
found
way it was
something out.
totally
What the hell is it?
deranged. Merlin? You mean King Arthur's wizard?
Good heavens, no! Monsieur Merlin is a fellow guest. He's the man I've been telling you about.
Khan.
That's the man who spurned me.
Mm-hmm.
The man you know as Merlin is a fake.
What do you mean, sweetie?
He's a murderer. He also uses the name Khan.
I am shocked, Mr. Stobart. Shaken. I took him to be a gentleman, a man of honor. Do you know, I'd rather like to assist you in stitching him up.
When did you last see Merlin?
It was no more than an hour ago. He came downstairs and spoke to
Ew.
that Clark chappie. Something passed hands. I couldn't see what exactly.
A briefcase?
No, smaller than that. A bundle of papers, perhaps. The clerk put it in the hotel safe and Merlin went out.
Are you sure you saw Merlin putting documents in the safe?
Yes, darling, positive.
I wonder what they were.
Obviously something of great importance.
Yeah. I'd sure like to get my hands on whatever it is.
Okie
I'll
dokie.
bet they had something to do with Plantar's
Getting
briefcase.
closer here.
Has Merlin returned to the hotel?
No, he hasn't. Are you going to search his room?
If I could get in there, I would. Did I show you this photograph?
Yes, darling.
Do you know what this is?
At a guess, I'd say it was a clown's nose.
That's right. It was worn as a disguise by a vicious killer.
Ah, Mr. Merlin, perchance.
That's him. Does this tissue mean anything to you?
Good God, no.
I just thought the smell might be familiar.
Please, darling, put it away. I'm no shrinking violet, but that object makes me feel quite queasy.
Did I show you this photo?
Yes.
Right, okay. So,
I have to go, ma'am.
I think the clerk's over here, isn't it?
There was no one registered under the name of Khan.
Yes,
If the
Phoenix,
killer
we
was
have,
staying
yes.
here, he'd used a different pseudonym.
Yeah, since Commander Starion came in the chat, I've been progressing quite quickly, yeah.
There was no one registered. If the killer was...
We now identified the clowns called Khan.
I want some information.
Who are you? The police?
I'm conducting a private investigation.
Ah, I know only too well what you mean. That is one of the drawbacks of the catering business. When people book into an hotel, they leave their morals at home.
It's more of a case of Miss Phoenix, of what I can remember. So I can remember certain things. So I remembered the grease paint was a clue. I'd remembered that the clown's name was Khan, but you had to find that out to get the guy to tell you about the hotel. So I'd remembered bits and pieces, patch it together. Oh yes, his heat bat, yes. Well, now that he's got it working properly, yes. When he first used it, he didn't have it working properly.
I'd like to retrieve something from your safe.
Ah, oui, monsieur. May I see some form of identification?
Like what?
A driving license, perhaps?
I don't drive.
Your passport?
I don't have it with me. I could show you my operation scar.
I'm sorry, monsieur. I must have some form of unique ID.
You won't find a more unique ID than my scar.
I'm sorry. I must insist on a more traditional identification.
Rats. Do you know a man named Plantar?
No, monsieur.
No, monsieur.
I'm looking for a man who dresses like a clown.
This is a highly respectable hotel, monsieur. There are no clowns here.
If you say so. I've just been manhandled by a gorilla.
That guy, Guido,
I do not see any signs of a gorilla.
No, not a real gorilla. It was a guy who looked like a gorilla. It happened right out front of this building.
Let me get this quite clear. Are you complaining or bragging?
I want to know what you're going to do about
Complaining
it.
or bragging.
The scrawny one has a gun.
I suggest you contact the police.
Can't you do anything about them?
What goes on in the streets of Paris is hardly my responsibility.
Aren't you concerned that your guests are being intimidated by gangsters?
No one else has complained, monsieur. Did they steal anything from you?
Well, no. They didn't find what they were looking for.
What was
Now
that?
I know, spoiler
I don't
alert,
know.
I know what it is
I
we've
don't
got to
think
get
they
from
did
the safe. I believe it's a manuscript, if memory serves me correctly. But I've got to get...
Thanks for your help, buddy.
Oh, hang on, was I supposed to show them the picture?
Do you recognize the...
Yes, monsieur. That man is one of our guests.
What name?
I cannot tell you that.
Can you tell me which...
Oh, no, monsieur.
Do you recognize...
No, monsieur.
Hey, shake...
I'd rather... I'm still... He was secretly concealing an electrical device in the palm of his hand. Practical jokes are so puerile.
So I've got to get him somehow. Let
Oh,
me
yeah,
see what's
sure.
in there.
What do you make of this tissue?
Do you wish me to...
Hey, no! It could be useful. I'm holding on to this.
Oh, have I got to get
As
her
you
who's
wish,
playing the piano to
monsieur.
cause a distraction? I
Perhaps you
think
would
that's
like a little plastic
something I've got to
baggie
do.
to keep it in?
Nah, it's fine the way it is.
Yeah, I think that's
Thanks
what I'm
for
going to do.
your
I'm
help,
going to get
buddy.
the lady, whatever her name is, to cause a distraction.
There was no one, but the name in the book for room 22 was Merlin.
Excusez-moi.
What?
You are trying to...
No. What?
Right. So we're going to get that key. So we're going to get Lady what's her name to cause a distraction so we can get the key.
Hi, ma'am.
If I remember right, this is quite
What
funny.
can I
What
do for
happens
you
here?
now?
Would you distract the clerk while I
There you
borrow
go.
the key?
Are you asking me to aid you in a criminal act, darling?
I guess I am.
Good heavens, I must be dreaming.
I don't think so, ma'am.
Forget what she
Now
does,
tell
Snarly.
me, why do you want to get into that room?
I'm hoping it's the key to Merlin's room.
Well, how can I refuse?
I forget what she does now to
I
cause a
shouldn't
distraction.
think my feminine charms would be much use in this case. But a good dose of English arrogance might do the trick.
What does she do?
I say! You there? Flunky!
Oui, madame.
Listen carefully. You do understand English, don't you?
But of course, madame.
Good. I wish to deposit some jewelry for safekeeping.
I understand.
Are you quite certain?
Oh, bien sûr, madame.
Over to you,
Oh, there you go. He's
my
left
dear.
the look at the way we walked. Right, we can get the keys now. I forget which room it is. That one?
The door was locked. Maybe it wasn't the right room, but this was the right key.
I'll have to find something in it, don't I?
There was nothing in the wardrobe apart from a vague, lingering smell of camphor. The cabinet was empty, but it smelt of onions. No kidding, it really did.
No, I looked in there. Unless this is the wrong room, which is a strong possibility. What if this is the wrong room? It's a second on the left, isn't he?
The door was locked. It wasn't the right key for the door. It wasn't the right...
Okay, so they're not going as that one. Guess I can go that way. No. Okay. So it's something to do with this room then, isn't it?
The door.
The door was locked. It's something to do with this room then. Something with the window. By the way, if anybody has any ideas, feel free to shout out in the chat. Oh, music's changed. Dramatic music. This is Khan's room. Which is a bit odd considering you had the key for Khan, but never mind. Anything I can scan? Try the wardrobe. Something there.
There was nothing in the pocket.
Examine that, whatever that is.
The bed was freshly made, and the crisp white sheets told me nothing about the killer's habits.
Can I not examine that? I thought there was a... no. It looks like there's an object by the
bed
way,
was
to the
freshly
wardrobe,
made.
but I can't... move him over here. No, he's sitting in the bed.
The bed was freshly made, and the
Okay,
crisp
thanks
white
for
sheets
stopping
told
by,
me
Miss
nothing about the
Quinn
killer's
Thank you
habits.
very much, sir. If you haven't done so, please check him out on Twitch. I did shout him out before. Commander Sarian on Twitch. Please check him out. I've missed something here, and I don't know what. Try this. What time is it?
The assassin
11.
had been too smart to leave incriminating evidence beside his bed.
There's something in here I've got to find, and I just can't remember what it is. Right, let's do a quick save. Oh. Haha. Something I missed. Giving a lurk whilst of downloads. That's fine. You're welcome to lurk. I don't have the lurk command set up. You just reminded me that I need to set the lurk command
up.
up.
As I'd half expected, it was empty.
What? It was empty? What?
I searched the interior of the briefcase, but as I'd half expected, it was empty.
Okay, I wasn't expecting that to be empty. That's confused me a little bit. Okay. I thought there'd be a clue in the briefcase, to be honest. Oh, that would be calm.
I had the kind of feeling in my stomach that would usually send me running to the bathroom.
Dun dun dun. Okay, what is Khan left on the bed?
I couldn't believe my luck when I found 2 items in the pockets of the pants.
Okay, well,
The first was an ordinary matchbook. No matches, no clues.
okay.
The second was a pass card which read, Thomas Merlin, Gruber Electronics Corporation. There was nothing else in the pockets of the killer's pants.
So is that the clue? Gruber Corporation.
I searched the...
Okay, so that was the clue then. Oh, hang on. There's one thing we could do.
The door.
Oh, there's one thing that occurred to me we could have done there.
The door was locked.
We could try and match up the material from before. So we haven't got that material there now.
The matchbook bore a pattern of swirling color and the words Club Alamut. It was the card I'd found in the hotel bedroom.
I already read that. Oh, material isn't there anymore. I was going to try and compare the material to the pants, but the material isn't there anymore. So forget that idea. Alright, thank you for stopping by, David. I'm gonna go a little bit longer. I'm gonna stop. I'll be back. I'm gonna do another 10-20 minutes so, but if anyone who's just leaving now, I'll be back tomorrow. From 2 PM BST. I might just continue this tomorrow, is what I'm thinking. And then Friday we're doing some Risk of Rain 2 with Mr. Ratbird Phoenix and Seth Russell. And then I'm back on Sunday with some Worms Awesome League on Sunday. Tomorrow sounds good. Yes, with 2 PM BST time. What I'd like to do is continue this a little bit longer, just to see if I can finish the Paris bit off. Don't know how puzzles going to look, which we should find out.
Hold it right there. Search him again, Black.
Nothing, Guido.
Okay, let him go.
Forgot about that. You can look at that. Can we go down here? I don't think there's anything down here to look at, is there? There's nothing I can select down here. No, nothing I can select. Wait. to go back and talk to Nicole. Maybe she can help with the place, the car, what was it, the club thing.
What do you think I should do next?
I think you should look for clues at the hotel.
I guess so.
Does that suggest I've missed something at the hotel?
I found this in the killer's room.
What is it? A credit card?
ID, Thomas Merlin, of the Gruber Electronics Corporation.
Never heard of him or the company.
I found this matchbook in the killer's hotel room. It's from the Club Alamut.
Never heard of it. Is there anything written inside it?
No, what were you expecting?
If this was a movie, there'd be a clue. A name or an address? That's no use. There aren't even any matches in it.
Oh well, I'll keep it as a souvenir.
What's this text? Loading silent browser at the top of your stream. What? Let's have a look. That's the that is the sound alerts thing, which shouldn't be showing that there. Yeah, it's a sound alerts thing. It shouldn't be showing that text. That suggests to me it's not loading in the sound alerts. It's the so if you were to hover your mouse to the top right hand corner of the stream, you'll see a little purple box sound alerts thing. It's obviously not working properly because it shouldn't be showing that text. Black text on black background, so you don't see it. Okay, fair enough. Right.
May I use your telephone?
Sure.
Thanks.
I don't have anybody else to ring, do I? No. Right. Okay. I missed something at the hotel.
See you later.
Where are you going?
I could... Whatever those...
I'm sure there's like a manuscript or something we have to find, but... So how's the game so far? In what way? what do you mean by how the game so far? As in, am I finding it? Or as in... Go back to Hotel Ubu. Well, yes, it's entertaining. It's not too old. Obviously, I played this game when it first came out in 25 years ago, or 24 years ago. It's exactly as I remember it, and I think it's aged really, really well. Obviously, if you play the director's cut version, which is on Steam, the graphics are slightly remastered and everything, but they've cut a lot of the dialogue out apparently, and they've shortened some of the missions, some of the parts of it. So that's why I'm not playing the director's cut version. But I've missed something somewhere. Also, have you played this game before? Or have you played the remastered version? Basically, the director's cut, it adds some extra missions in when you play as Nicole, but it shortens a lot of the dialogue.
But it smelled of onions. No kidding, it really did.
The reviews were not very good, so that's why I'm doing this one rather than the director's cut original. But I have two. Well, I have two. 4 and 5. I don't know who got 3. So maybe did the one that's something. You played the original one the least time I've ever had to. Well, I'm not an old man. I just happened to have been of the right age to play it when it came out. I do have it on disc. I do have the discs somewhere for this game. I just couldn't find them. I was going to show them on stream and I can't find them. But I do have them somewhere. I've got to use something on the case. Maybe that's what I've got to do. Okay, so there's something in here I missed. I've got to find it.
The
Tory
assassin had
BH.
been too smart
Going
to
good,
leave
yeah.
incriminating evidence beside his bed.
Just trying to figure out what it is I've missed here. I've missed something. Some bit of evidence somewhere. Sure to the briefcase. I'm sure I'm supposed to use something on the briefcase, but I don't know what. Glad to hear that.
I searched the interior of the briefcase, but
I keep thinking I've got to use something on the briefcase, but no. So I've actually completed this game and the 4 games that follow this. I've completed all the Protosol games in the past. I just haven't played this game for quite a while. Somewhere in here, there's something I've got to find, and I just can't think where. Let's have the wardrobe again. No. So I'm neglecting, yeah. Yeah, of course. Tori, please, any suggestions are welcome. I've got a feeling it's a manuscript I've got to find. I just can't remember where it is. We check the trousers. Yeah, unless I haven't. Yes, because I got the matchbox.
There was nothing else in the pockets of the killer's pants.
I got the matchbox and this.
It was the card I'd
this
found
card.
in the hotel bedroom.
Got them both out the pants.
It read, Thomas Merlin, Gruber Electronics Corporation.
I think there's a manuscript in this room somewhere, but I can't remember where. I thought it was the briefcase. I thought I was supposed to use something on the briefcase, but yeah, we should the game. So okay, that's fine. Don't worry about it. I'm sure I'll figure it out. You have another idea? Oh, that's quick. What's your other idea? if you mean triggering the scene with Khan, we've already done that. So the first time I came in there, he exited the room and Khan came in the corridor, and then I hid in the wardrobe and Khan put the trousers down on the bed. So we've already done that. Unless there's something else you want to suggest. I'll exit the room through the door. Unless there's something else down behind the check-in desk that I've got to find. That's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. No ideas right now. That's fine. Unless there's something else behind the check-in desk I've got to find. So I've got the hotel key, I've got the red nose, clown nose, I've got the photograph of Khan. I've tried to search for the matches. Oh, I could try that, asking what I've got this Gruber card, I've got the wrench, I've got the matchbox, the hand buzzer, and the tissue. I did have a bit of material, but I don't have that anymore. I suppose I could go and ask him about the matches. I still think the manuscript is in this room somewhere, and I just can't remember. Unless there's something behind the reception that I've got to find. Like a safe or something. Maybe. Yeah, there is a safe there. No, go back upstairs, that's the wrong thing. Unless it's in the safe, I've got to get it the safe. That's a possibility, isn't it?
What now,
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
No, monsieur.
No.
Thanks for your help, bud.
What now, monsieur?
Does this pass mean anything to you?
Well, before, the one playing the piano distracted the clerk so I could go up the stairs. I could get the key and go up the stairs.
What he's left in your safe.
Impossible. I cannot betray his confidence, no matter what you say he's done.
I think you have to check
You're
the
making
settings.
a big mistake.
Maybe. I can live
You've
with
got to do
that.
something to get him open the safe. Okay. Well, we need to talk to the piano woman again.
Hi, ma'am.
Hello, George. What
Hello,
can I do for
George.
you now?
Good impression, isn't it? Yeah.
I found this pass in Merlin's room.
So, that deceitful little man is passing himself off as an electrician, is he?
Uh-huh. This guy probably has a million faces. I showed the pass to the clerk, hoping he'd give me Merlin's papers. But he wouldn't buy it. He's too scared.
I'll give him something to be scared of.
There we go.
Follow me, George.
Hello, me, George. Oh god, I think this might answer the problem we're having.
Did you place a package from Merlin in the hotel safe?
I did, madame.
And did my friend here show you Merlin's identification?
Indeed he did, but
What's the problem?
he isn't Merlin.
A mere academic detail. Give him the package.
But that is against the law.
I happen to be a justice of the peace, you silly man. I am the law. If he tries anything, shoot him, George.
My pleasure, Lady Piermont.
One moment, please.
The way he walks.
You know, I haven't enjoyed myself this much since
He
Green
don't make
Common.
detail.
I don't know what I would have done without you, Lady
I'm hearing your
Piermont.
voice in English and I know it. Oh,
Voila,
okay.
monsieur.
Where are you from,
Le
Tori?
manuscrit
I'm
de
guessing
Monsieur Merlin.
not the UK.
Thanks.
How satisfying. An
I
Anglo-American
just asked that
alliance
exact
will
same
actually
question.
work.
The clerk had given me a tightly
Spain,
rolled sheet
okay.
of parchment. I decided not to unroll it until
So
I
I
was
guess in
safely
Spain
back
this
in
is all in
Nico's
Spanish,
apartment.
obviously. Right, so we've now got the portrait.
It was the ancient manuscript which
the
Carr
manuscript.
had stolen from Plantar.
That's alright, Emma, that's not your fault, that's... Right, so we can't want the front door because Guido and Flap will take the manuscript off us. So, we've got to go out. I think we have to drop out the window here.
The door was locked.
The English better. I think we've got to go out the window in this room and drop down at the alleyway, if memory serves. Otherwise, Guido and Flap will accost us if we go out the main door. Oh, music. I'm sure I'm supposed to jump down here and I don't...
If I wanted my shins sticking out of my shoulders, I could have jumped. Mama Stobart didn't raise no suicidal fools, though.
Yeah. I'm sure I've got it. From here, I've got to get down. Because I can't go out the main door.
If I wanted my shins, Mama Stobart didn't raise no suicidal fools, though.
And I've got to jump out in the boxes or something. No, me neither. Oh, drop the package. Yes. Everald, I think you're right.
I knew this was no way to treat an ancient manuscript, but I couldn't let it fall into the hands of the goons waiting
I knew it was
outside.
something to do with dropping from here. I just couldn't remember what. But there we go. Right. I was halfway there, then you took me the other half, Everald, so... No, I think that's the only option. Obviously, the safer option, but I'm pretty sure that you were right. It wasn't dropping yourself; it was dropping the manuscript.
Hold it right there. Search him again, Flap.
Nothing, Guido.
Okay, let him go.
You're still on the mighty
The
fly, yeah.
manuscript was what Flap and Guido were after. They were going to be disappointed. I
Right.
couldn't wait to get back to Nico's apartment and check it out.
You're about an equal down. The second manuscript.
You're just not going to believe what I
Such a real
found.
gangsters. Mr. Phoenix, welcome back, sir.
It's not another part of the
Now I've got
clown's
the
costume,
manuscript.
is it?
Now I believe I've got to decipher it.
It's a medieval manuscript. Khan left it in the safe at
This
the
is the
Louvre.
original version,
It's incredible.
Tori. Basically, I've got the director's cut on
It
Steam,
could be,
and the original
which
version
means
was free
it's
DLC.
worth enough to kill for.
And after looking at some reviews and stuff, it turned out the director's cut
Look
version
there, 2 guys on
isn't
the
that
same
good
horse.
because it
Oh yeah.
cuts loads of
Maybe
dialogue
they
out
couldn't
and
afford one each. What are
streamlines the
they?
game a little
Have
bit.
you ever heard of the Knights Templar?
Although it does add in
Their
some
official
Nicole
seal
bits
was
which
an
aren't in
image
the
of 2
original. But,
knights sharing a horse.
so I'm playing the original version, which
Whatever
unbelievably
this
is
manuscript
DLC
means,
free
connected with the
DLC
Templars.
for the director's
How
cut.
come you know about these knights?
So you can get the
I
original version
learned
for
about
free.
them while writing an article on the Crusades.
Right.
This guy,
Oh,
named
here we go.
Hugh
History lesson now.
arrived one day at the court of King of Jerusalem. He offered to protect the Christian pilgrims from the displaced Muslim armies. The king would be able to guarantee
No, come on,
safe
sorry.
transit to
Here to
Christians
help,
on their
here to
own
help.
land. Safer
Very cool.
journeys
Yeah, it is.
meant more pilgrims, and pilgrims meant trade and wealth. The Templars
So this is the original
were
version.
valuable to the king as a mercenary army. It was said that they never asked how many the enemy numbered, just where they were. And as the years went by, the Templars grew in wealth and numbers. They were so rich. Even
I
kings
can't believe
turned
this
to them
game
for
next year is
loans.
going to be 25 years
At
old.
the height of their power, they fell foul of the King of France. He rounded them up and turned them over to the Inquisition. Thousands of Templars were subject to torture and confessed to heresy. Of course, at the end of the Inquisition, there wasn't much they would have
The way
confessed.
around.
The last Grand Master Jacques de Molay was burned
Well,
alive.
no, because I guess
But
you pay for the director's
treasure
cut,
of the
but you
Knights
don't
Templar
pay for the
never
original.
found.
I guess. Kind of makes sense. But yeah, I think all the Burton Sword games, all 5 of them are on
Jeez.
Steam.
So the treasure is hidden, waiting to be discovered.
I know the second game has
If
been
there ever was
remastered.
a treasure,
I
been
don't
lost
think the
for
others have, but the
600
second game
years.
has.
Anyway,
Obviously, the
we're
fifth
supposed
one
to
only
be
came out a few years ago.
investigating
So
a
that's
serial
been
killer,
remastered.
not a medieval
But 3 and
treasure
4 haven't
trove.
been remastered.
But maybe that's what the clown and his accomplices are after. Maybe this manuscript is the key.
You'd better leave it here for safekeeping. Think about it, George. One guy's already died for it, as you said yourself. Besides, that parchment is fragile.
Okay, I'm convinced. You keep hold of it. Let's take another look at the manuscript.
I'm sure I'm supposed to find something on this script.
Let's face it, we need help, George. Someone who knows about these things.
Oh, am I supposed to
Who
go
do
to a
you
museum?
suggest? Indiana Jones?
I know a guy who specializes in medieval studies. His name is Lobino.
Ah, yes, Lobino.
Huh. Some
Lobino.
stuffy old fossil who gets horny over ancient relics, I suppose.
Far from it. Andre isn't the
Andre
stereotypical
Avenue.
professor you have in mind.
Where can I find this Lobino guy?
At the Kroon Museum. I'll give you the address.
There's a woman looking at her reflection in a mirror, but the reflection has 3 hideous faces.
She reminds me of the wicked queen in Snow White.
She was the
Yeah,
one who
that's
said,
quite
mirror,
pretty. Yeah,
mirror
that was-
on the
yeah,
wall,
that
wasn't
was.
she? She made me cry so much when I was a kid, Mom carried me out of the movie theater.
She didn't frighten me in the least.
Like I said, I was only a kid. I didn't like the crocodile in Peter Pan either. A knight with a crystal ball. Now, there's something written on the scroll beside the knight.
Yes, but it's written in Latin. Per disciplinum mea lux.
Now I know that lux
By
means
my teachings,
I think.
you will see the light.
You speak Latin? Where did you
Doesn't
learn a
mean
trick
none.
like that?
A trick? I studied law, okay? I can read Latin.
My, you're touchy. Tell me that again.
Through my teachings, you will be enlightened. There's a guy working on a loom. He's weaving a carpet or a tapestry.
Or a duvet cover. It's a clue to a place, I reckon. Somewhere famed for weaving and ships.
Where folk live in barrels?
It beats copper boxes.
Okay, last one.
There's a guy with a sword and a bull.
The only mythological bull I know of is the Minotaur, but he was only half bull.
I don't think I'd like to be half a bull, even if it was the bottom half.
What's that object
point.
between them?
It looks like a gem on top of a tripod.
Right, I think I'm going to talk to Lobino. Lubinu, whatever his name is.
Maybe I'll check out the Kroon.
I'm sure you'll find it useful, George.
Well, as we know, music always indicates something happening. Music, Kroon, that's a good one there. The music's, yeah, kind of very atmospheric, isn't it? It sets the tone beautifully. I'm just going to do a save here because I haven't saved in a while. I'm still convinced I have to get Mue out of the way of the cafe door and go in the cafe and talk to the waitress. I just can't remember how to do it.
Pardon me.
Oui, monsieur?
Are you Lobineau?
Oh, no. Fancy you mistaking me for him. No. I am the deputy custodian.
It's another
But Lobineau does work here.
good meaning
Well,
type
I
person,
wouldn't
isn't
go
it?
so far as to call it that. He studies here most days, but as you can see for yourself, not today.
Damn it. Isn't it?
Do you know anything about the Knights of the Temple?
No, sir. Not a sausage.
See, that should be sausage.
Do you know anything about medieval manuscripts?
Not me, monsieur. I am no scholar, though people often mistake me for one. It is the uniform, I guess. They see the clothes. They are impressed.
And they ask you to park their cars?
They ask me to park the... No. They assume I am an authority on the exhibits in my care.
Whereas you know next to nothing about history.
Of course not. All I am saying is, I am no scholar, not like Monsieur Lobineau.
Thanks for your help. There was nothing in the urn. In the case was a spindly tripod, blackened with age
I think
and
that has some
pitted with
relevance
rust.
later on.
It was identical to the tripod pictured on the manuscript. A notice identified it as 15th century from Western Ireland. It had been found in Loch Marn at the site of a Knights Templar preceptory. Ireland!
What's that?
This tripod was found in
Yeah,
Ireland.
we gotta go to
I
Ireland
will
at some
have
point.
to ask you to keep your voice down.
I'm sorry, I was excited.
Yeah, we've got to go to Ireland at some point.
Leave it alone. That closet is over 3,000 years old.
Closet? It's a sarcophagus.
Watch out! You will have that down on top of us!
Touching an object as rare and beautiful as that would have been the act of a barbarian.
Turned over trip, maybe.
I was
I've got
no
a feeling we've
desecrator
got to do
of
something
tombs.
first before we go to Ireland. Just a feeling we've got to do something first.
The tripod was definitely the one in the manuscript. The Templar connection confirmed it. I was tempted to go to Ireland to check it out.
Don't go straight to the airport. Aeroport is there now. Let's just go back and talk to Nicole first.
Hi, Jules.
I found the tripod.
Where?
In the museum. It belonged to the Templars. It was dug up in Ireland at a place called Loch Marn.
I have heard of Loch Marn. I read an article about the castle. Take a look for
Oh,
yourself.
interesting.
A popular gossip magazine? You read that rubbish?
No, I write it.
Professor Nigel Pegram,
Yes,
excavating
that's
the
what we're gonna
medieval
go talk
castle
to,
at
isn't it?
Loch Marn. That's strange.
What?
He resigned his chair at Durham University.
Oh,
in
Durham
order to devote
University
his
is
time to
right
the
next to where I live.
excavation. Not only that,
I live near
but he
Durham.
canceled the filming of a 4th series of his popular television program. This site at Loch Marn must be awful important to him.
He's a professor of history. They're all cuckoo.
Yeah.
All the
Don't know how I've
same,
never clapped
I'd like
that
to
before.
talk to this Professor Pegram.
Well done,
How do
University.
you feel about a trip to Ireland?
Disappointed.
Huh?
That I won't be going. I want to follow up the Belota case. If you really think Pegram's dam is important, why don't you visit Loch Marn?
On my own? I'm not so sure about that. Where is Ireland exactly? What do you know about Professor Pegram?
I've seen a television program, Pegram's Past. He's written a book, The Crusader Families of Ireland.
I'll bet he'd be interested in the manuscript. Let's take another look at the manuscript. That's the tripod in the Crew Museum. There's a woman looked like the reflection.
Yeah, we know all this.
I'll see you later.
Okay. Keep me informed if you find anything new.
So I guess we've got to go to Ireland now. Yes, very good.
Several hours later, I arrived in Ireland, the Emerald Isle. I'd been lucky to get a bus from Dublin to the tiny village of Loch Marn. On the way out, the driver told me there was only one service a day.
Right, okay, I think it's at this point, this would be a very good point to end. I'm going to save there. Save that. Let us just quit that. Go back to talk screen, and it's not something coding over. Hopefully that hasn't got too much of an issue. What's the music on? What's that play? What's that doing? Yeah, it's playing. Right, so I think what we'll do is we'll leave that for tonight. So we've done what I want to do now, which is to get to Ireland. And then I'm going to continue with this on tomorrow from about 2 PM BST time. Because Thursdays I do a daytime stream. And we will continue this on. Just to say, the plan for this week is we're going to continue this tomorrow. Friday we're going to do some Risk of Rain 2 streams with Phoenix. And also Sister Fastest is going to join us for that. And then we'll be back on Sunday to do the Worms Awesome League. This was Worms Awesome League. And then I'm going to have a week off, so next week I will be off for a week. But yes, that's the plan between now and Sunday. I'll be back tomorrow. You can, if you're not already, please follow me on Twitch. Leave me a follow. You can also subscribe to my YouTube channel. There is the link there. You can subscribe to that, get the archive of all the videos. I am in the process. I know I was a couple of months behind getting on my streams across the archives. Oh no, it's fine. I found it amusing, Envil. Don't worry about it. Speaking of Discord, as I said, I'm a little bit behind and getting my streams across to YouTube, but I am working on it. So I'll get some across. There's Discord link. Feel free to join that. So yeah, subscribe to YouTube, join the Discord, and follow me on Twitch if you haven't already. I'm also on Twitter now. Follow me at ObiDamon on Twitter, although I haven't actually used it very much since I've joined it. But yeah, so there you go. Subscribe to YouTube, join the Discord, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Twitch. There's the 4 things you need to do, need to know. There you go. I will be back, as I say, tomorrow. On 2 p.m. BC time. I'm just gonna quickly. I've got a feeling there'll be nobody on this time of night to raid. I have a feeling there'll be nobody on, but I'll have a quick check. Oh, welcome back, Medic. I didn't know if you were. That's alright, that's no problem. We're going to continue on with this tomorrow from 2 p.m. BST time, because I do on the Thursdays, I do daytime streams. So we'll be back with this tomorrow. We're going to continue on with this. I'm just going to check before we go see if there's anybody on. I don't think there will be, but I'm going to check. I know that Demented Raven was streaming before. I don't know if she's still on. I can remember he's made her. If she's still on. Remember it says the profile. By profile, are you meaning about donations and whatever else was you suggested? Oh, you mean? Oh, sorry. Yes, specs and everything. Right. Yes. Just for the person, that would be very nice of you. Obviously, it kind of depends on what's compatible and stuff. I will do the specs thing. Okay. Raven is still. Oh, Raven is doing Fall Guys, which is what Miss Phoenix did yesterday. So I think we're gonna. Okay, we shall raid the Demented Raven because she's doing Fall Guys. And if you haven't seen Fall Guys, it's quite amusing. Let's go and raid Raven, shall we? So yeah, thank you all for watching. Just another reminder to, if you haven't already, follow me on Twitch. You can follow me on Twitter. You can subscribe to YouTube, and you can join the Discord. Please do all those things. If you missed any of the links that are in the chat, if you look in the panel below the stream, the social media panel, and all the links are in there. No problem. Medic, thanks everybody for being in tonight. We're actually being in again. Apologies that we started 2 hours later than planned, but never mind. I'm going to read you off now to the Demented Raven, who is doing Fall Guys, which is quite an amusing game. Twitch.tv. It's our time zone. Is it? Yeah, I can imagine so. Right. Okay, let's take with the end screen, shall we? Because we're about to raid off. Thank you all for watching. Stay safe. Stay well. I'll be back tomorrow. And we're gonna raid off now to The Demented Raven. He's doing some Fall Guys. Goodbye. Good evening. Good night. Goodbye. Don't know how that works. What?